What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the show. This is Alanon of Riverwood, aka AOR. I want to welcome back my fellow prospectors to Icarus. In this particular episode, we're going to be doing a continuation. This is part 3 of my solo survival guide and let's play hard survival run on Olympus. And today we start to scale things up quite a bit. I've got big plans for the base, for our homesteading survival base here on Olympus. And the base is no longer just a shelter. As you can see, we have electricity, we have lights, we have had a whole jump to tier 4. And we've made a lot of progress here. But full-on stone constructions now. Expanding our defenses, starting to build up something that not only can help us survive here, but help us thrive long term on this hard mode survival type game. But that's not all. Today I'm also diving into animal husbandry, something I have been very excited about. We're going to be working on looking at taming systems, seeing how far we can really push the envelope when it comes to resource generation beyond just like our hunting, our fishing and gathering. So if you've been following the series, you already know that with every step forward, the game just becomes more and more increasingly difficult. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the content for today's episode. We're going to start things off nice and fresh. Make sure our fire's going. We're just past 7:30. There we go. And so I'm kind of planning on putting a new structure right here. That is the next step for basically the entirety of what will be our animal husbandry. It's going to have like its own containment. Reason for that, I just think it'll be safer for the pigs. That is the spoiler. It's going to be pigs. And I just want to ensure that they're going to be okay. Protected not just from storms, but from threats. And I think that's the best way to do it. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start looking at what kind of resources I'm going to need to expand more of our tier 5 base building materials here. And let's get into this. So looks like we have quite a bit of wood. I can toss all that in. We have some leather. Excuse me. We definitely have some leather. We're gonna need more leather for sure. More iron nails. I've got tons of iron though, so we should be good in that regard. And I'm going to need a lot of stone. So I'm going to get to mining here, guys. Just kick back, grab your bevy of choice. Hope your guys' day is going well. If you're checking me out, thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon and evening. Oh, let me pull up the chat too. 1 second, guys. I just don't want to miss anything if you guys end up commenting on it, and I would feel pretty terrible about that. So just to make sure I don't feel bad about it, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the chat. Secondary screen here. Just make sure this is open. Can I see it too? Chat. Let's open the chat. Okay. So I've got the chat open. Again, for those of you tuning in this evening, I really appreciate it. What would you guys work on next? I'm kind of planning like maybe some better base defenses. I think not just against, storms, things of that nature, but also just like other animals. We're in a relatively safe area, all things comparative to like, the map of Olympus itself. But yeah, that's one thing I would really like to know what I should do next. I definitely want to expand our base's defenses. I think that would be the best thing for us long run. So, just checking my water here. It looks to be doing good. I know we're using some water, obviously. Let me just turn that light off. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start tossing this stone in. We can just basically start creating our fundamental structure. I think I'm going to go with like a 3x3, throw some walls up, that type of deal. So right now all I can make is 7. We're definitely going to need more resources, so I'm going to go ahead and source all that now. I'm going to grab all my stone first, and then we'll work on leather as well. For those of you jumping in, I appreciate you guys checking me out tonight. Should be a fun stream. I'm just going to grab as much stone as I can carry right now and toss that in my masonry bench. My goodness. Excuse me. Get that light on for you guys so you guys can see a little bit better. Yeah, if you're watching this live, I'd be very curious to know also where you guys are from. We've had some folks from Ethiopia, some folks from Thailand jump in the chat. I'm always interested to know which countries you guys are from. Appreciate you guys tuning in. My lamp just died. I'm gonna have to top that back off. I just want to grab as much as... Oh, I love when that happens. The most satisfying thing ever. When you're like pounding and pounding away, mining something, and then all of a sudden it's just like the Icarus gods agree. You can have it all. Toss that in. That was a good dent in our stone requirements. So I'm feeling pretty good about that there. I think I'm going to go ahead and toss the extras into my biofuel composter. If there's room, there's not room. I love to see that. That actually makes me very happy. Close that there. So I've got some room in here. I'm just going to toss my fiber, a couple stacks of sticks. We'll call it good there. So now with our 73 bone arrows in hand, I'm going to go ahead and head out the door. And we're just going to go do a little bit of hunting here. This is always my... Oh, let me top off my lamp. I just want to make sure you guys have good lighting on your end. I'm always worried about how it looks for you guys. For me, it looks pristine. Like, I absolutely love the way that this looks. But let me just make sure... Yeah, there's some in there. Let me just repair that guy real quick. Okay, so let me shut that off. No forest fires here. Okay, that's our first victim of this hunting trip. It's a good shot. Let's go ahead and recover and harvest. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think one thing I'd like to do off camera once the stream is over is definitely continue moving everything into the workshop from what is considered like the home base right now. So I'm gonna move all of the like workshop crafting benches, the furnaces, basically everything that's not just the cabin core is going to be moved. Okay, here's our next. I see another one behind it. Let me see if I can get that shot in. Got it. Yeah, my intent is to basically move everything over so we can really just delve into the homestead aspect and the vibe. I think the best way to do that is just to move everything into the workshop off camera. Aw, I wish I could tame deer. I think that'd be a rad thing to do in game. I'm gonna crack this window open real quick, guys. Let me take all and then grab that window real quick. Just kidding, my neighbors are outside working. I'm gonna keep that window shut for now. Little baby deer. Okay, what else can we mix it up with? Might be a rabbit. What is this? That works. And if I can, it would be wise to something this size, especially just carry it back to base and put that in storage. It'd be nice to be able to utilize that at a future time. So this deer is going to be too big to be able to do that, but we do need the leather. I've got quite a bit of stone now. I've got enough wood in there for sure. We definitely just need the leather and the nails. And I might even, since we're racking up quite a bit of leather, I might even craft a few more of these. Let me just nerf that down a tiny bit. There we go. Oh, Tyrannus. He kind of suspected me. Still got him though. In addition to tames, I do think it would be a really good idea if I got my hands on a wolf. So from the ranching station, I'm gonna need to craft like a wolf trap. And the only way I know how to do that is stringy meat though, so we would need to find out where we can get our hands on some and effectively bring that back. Because we don't have any of that, so we'll go ahead and jump on here real quick. So do we have the resources for the ranching station? We do. So while that's crafting up, I'm going to go ahead and pull some iron for some nails. I'm going to toss all that in there. I'm just going to craft all of that into nails. We're going to need quite literally all of that and possibly more if I'm being conservative. So while that's doing its thing, I'm going to toss all this leather in and see how far we can get. So we have 7 of the floor pieces that we need. So we would need, if my math is correct, we would need at least 5 more. And we're like almost maxed out on nails right there, so crafting those nails was perfect timing. I'm fairly certain we have enough wood. We now have enough leather, and we certainly have enough stones. So let's go ahead and grab the additional nails that we just crafted and start tossing these in here. So I'm doing 12 floor pieces, and I need 14 of these wall pieces. So let's go ahead and do that. I need 4 of these stone wall angled pieces. And again, guys, for those of you who are just joining, I'm gonna essentially craft this same thing only for our animal husbandry. I'm thinking this is a good candidate for real estate on the island as to where we can put it. And this is a live stream for those of you who are joining, so I do appreciate you checking me out this evening. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just keep rolling through here. We have a bit of upscaling to do for the base, and I think if possible I'm gonna expand this guy as well. I think I'm gonna go one tier back. Let's see if we have the real estate for it though. I know it's tricky because like I feel like to really truly maintain the theme of this Let's Play is going to be to keep the cabin core going. And that homesteading cabin core that you all love and adore is only possible. This is going to sound weird, but it's only possible in like confined small spaces. And so that's why, you know, the workshop with like what will be our water and electricity storage, and then in addition to that, like a separate space for the animal husbandry, but maintaining like the true to form cabin core, I think is going to be the goal of this stream. But I am excited to roll out the animal husbandry. It's an area that I haven't dabbled in nearly as much as it deserves, so I am definitely excited for that. Let's go ahead and grab our pieces here. Doing good in salt still. I think we should probably make a couple more of these. Let's do 5 more. You can obviously do up to 20 per stack, but I think this would be good. We got our wall pieces, our floor pieces, and now all we need is 6 of these, and we have everything we need, including our stone beams. So while that's crafting up, I'm just gonna grab a quick peek in here. So there's the foundry, and my goodness, is it an eyesore? That is a lot to look at for anyone, and gosh, I just can't imagine having that inside of my base or my cabin. I'm pretty sure everything will fit though, so that's all that matters in that space. And it's not like I'm gonna be spending a lot of time in here anyway. It's more likely I'm gonna be spending the majority of my time in this space here. So at least for the stream, I'm gonna try to keep a lot of the crafting necessities off camera, just because I don't know, it's hard to know the right balance for you guys, but just to keep it interesting, I think that's the intent, is to do it that way. Especially when it comes to harvesting resources, gosh, like the mining, it's not like during these live streams, it's not like I can just clip it and then do like a time lapse. It is very much so like a live, you're watching everything I'm doing. So I enjoy it, obviously, that's why I play this game, but it's definitely not everyone's cup of tea. So now that this space is clear, I think it's time to go ahead and bust out the stone beams. We're going to pick the right height for our animal husbandry location here. I think this is a good spot. This will be the furthest right hand side, and I'm going to come forward a tiny bit and move down to the south here. Let's do right here. So I'm going to come back, and I'm going to go up just a little bit in case there's too much deformation in the land topography. So that's our furthest right hand point. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. So this is the back left corner. I'm trying to give you guys a visual as I do this. And this is the back right hand corner. So we'll do one in the very center-ish, as center as it gets. Not quite center, but center enough. Oh, it's in my fanny pack. Yeah. Pardon the interruption there. So let's go ahead and pull out our stone floor pieces. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, and 3. Okay. So, oh, and I need one more ramp piece. I have an alibi. I want to allow the animals to get in and out easily, should they need to, for those free range days when the weather's nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull out that ramp piece and put it right here. And I'm going to do just a ramp. Perfect. Let me get my wall pieces out here. So I probably won't do too many windows. I want to keep that in mind. I'll do a window for some ventilation at the top. And then we'll do a window at the back for lighting. One in the side, like so. And then 2 in the front for lighting as well. That'll be our doorway. And these will just be solid walls. And then we'll do a window here as well. Perfect. Let's go ahead and toss in our angled wall pieces. Like so. And then our roof. Let's do the stone roof ramp. And then our top 3 pieces will go here. And 3. Those are starting to crack. Let me get my stone beams in. So we got 1 in each corner. Do a little bit of structural integrity there. And then we'll angle this piece. Like so. And then we'll do a flat piece here. Can I get you to... There we go. Alright, let's try that again. Hopefully no cracks in the ceiling this time. Perfect. We are basically structurally sound. So I'm just going to toss in an extra. You know what? I'll save that one for later. Okay, so this is going to be where they live. For all intents and purposes, this is where our animals will live. I'm going to do two. Let's do two and then a gate. So these wood railing pieces are going to be... Oh, was that thatch? That might have been thatch. Thatch is okay. Can I do a thatch gate as well? Thatch gate. I don't see the thatch gate. I'll just do a wood railing gate. I can definitely get that. It's not too expensive. This little tree here would be just perfect for our needs. Thank you, tree. I'm gonna grab all of this. I'm actually really glad I had the room in my inventory for that. Okay, so let's destroy that and let's just do true to form wood railing pieces, 2, and then a wood railing gate. So the purpose of that is when I open the door, I feel like they're just gonna bum rush the door. Maybe it's just because I've been playing too much Farming Simulator, but I don't want that. So I'm gonna do this here on this back 2/3. And so the front third will be like working space basically for me. And then they'll be in this space here. And they can just mosey about. I'll put food and water on this side here. And then I'll get some windows in so they can't go crawling out. I did start crafting some glass. Let's see here. We can toss food on the grill. Let's do 1 and 2. Suppose we could do 2 for now. Activate. And I'll toss in a stack of sticks as well. That should be good. Okay, so I'm going to let this meat spoil. I know that sounds ironic, but I do need the spoiled meat. And that will be coming into play next episode as well. I'm going to toss fur in there. Charcoal. And then full stack of fiber. That looks good. Let's just toss our bones in there real quick. Okay. So we could definitely do a door. Not urgent, but I do need that ranching station. And I think I'm gonna build like a bit of a, I guess you could call it like a patio around this side right here. I just think the aesthetic would look good. And I'll put some stairs up there as well. But I am gonna make it a double wide. And it doesn't need to be the full length. I just need like, I'll make 2 pieces work. Oh, it's the nails. We have it. We might as well. Let's do 4. I'll toss those nails in there and the stone and a couple stacks of wood. Yeah, that hunting trip did us well. We definitely covered our bases there on that one. I feel like that was just enough hunting to get all the leather we needed for this upscale for the animal husbandry. It was almost perfect. It is absolutely incredible, man. Just the sheer progress I've made in this speedrun, hard survival mode, it is just, I'm so stoked. Just absolutely frothing. So I think I'll do it on this side just because the real estate's here. And then I'll do, if I can get it to, there it is. And then let's do 3 and 4, 5, 6. And then I think I'll do a ramp here on this edge. Just because that would look good. And then I should have enough for the wood railing. Yeah. I'll save that for once I have an actual number. Okay, so maybe I'll put the stone railing on this outer edge here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we'll need 6 of those. And then a gate. And I think we have enough. Oh, we definitely have enough. Perfect. And then we just need our ranching station. And we're good. Oh man, this is going to look so great. So let's place our rails first. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Our wood gate will go there. Ranching station will go here. Oh man, I'm happy with that. For sure. So for our little piggies, I'm going to go ahead and do the large water trough. And for that, we'll need some wood, some tree sap, and some nails. So I'm going to borrow all of that from our benches. Wood, nails, and our tree sap. That just makes it too easy. Large water trough. And then just a normal size food trough. I don't know, they are pigs though, so I'm not sure how much their consumption is going to be, but I anticipate it will be a lot. So in that anticipation, I'm just going to craft both of these in the large variants. And I don't want it to be next to the rail because I don't want them to pop out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on this back wall here. I also don't want them climbing out the windows. That looks pretty straight. And our food trough will go right next to it. Orientation on this one doesn't matter as much. Just next to it. That looks good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Okay. This is going to be great. I am already so excited about that. I think if I could do a glass working bench. I don't know if I have one, to be honest. Glass. I would need copper nails for that, so I'm pretty sure I can do that. Let's see, where's our... Just do copper. We'll just do the max amount. We can always use materials, especially when we're going to be doing so much cabin core here in the base. I'm really excited about that. That should be good. Let's pull that back up. And I'm just going to toss this guy straight into our workshop. And then I'm going to take the glass as well. We've got some glass. Oh wait, did I see more? Oh, just that one. Okay. And then I think you need iron if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to grab a whole thing of steel and whatever's left. Just in case the reinforced glass is an option, I definitely want to leverage that. I'm pretty sure this will fit on the back wall. Yes. Oh, that is so satisfying. Okay. So let's take a look at the reinforced glass windows, and that requires water and epoxy. We definitely have epoxy. It's going to be in here. Oh, we would need it actually hooked up to water. So let's see if I have the water tool, electricity tool. In my hurry from the last stream, I definitely did not run power or water to this, but I can do that now, so that's no big deal. Let me just extend that. Let's go as far as we can, which looks like there. Go past our water filtration system to there. And I want to go into what's going to be our water hub, which is this here. Just take that inside downstairs. Route it there. I'm just going to put some here on the floor. And then I'm going to route this guy up to the top as well. That looks good. Good. Oh. Let's put that here. And then let me... Oh, we're getting a storm. Tier 3. We should be okay. I don't think we'll have to hide out by any means, but I'll keep that in mind in case it becomes a necessity. And then let's put that there. Water tool back. Perfect. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 windows. Ooh. We got enough for 3. And that's fine for now. I'll just do the what would be the bottom windows in the back where our little piggies are going to be. Gosh, I am so excited. I have not messed with the animal husbandry since like I want to say 3 or 4 updates ago. So this is going to be really exciting for me. I'm just shaking in anticipation. I'm so excited. Oh, and then let me toss the steel, epoxy, and glass in there as well. And then our tree sap. Ooh, let me just get a quick door on there. I just don't want anything to get damaged from the storm. I want it to open that way. Okay. Let's offload nails. Oh, that's for our ranching station. I'll keep the wood. Let's grab some fur for a bed, some fiber for silage, and then I'll take a stack of that. We've got some sticks. I'll do some more fur, and we should be good. I apologize for the volume of the storm here. I'll try to be quick. So we're going to do the bed. I like that rustic look of the bed for sure. And then silage. We're just going to make as much silage as we can, basically. Feed our little piggies. I'm so excited for that. Take the bed with me. Toss some supplies in there for them. Oh, this is going to be awesome. I can't wait. So there's our reinforced windows. I'll have to do a 4th one there, but I think that'll be fine. There's nothing that they can climb up onto and then exit the window. And then their bed is going to go right here. Real close to food and water. And then I need to run water to the large water trough. Just gonna pull out my water tool. Start running water that direction. Well, let's do this. Let's do... I basically want a trail of water pipe going to the other side of where our little piggies will be. Trying to hide the pipe under the what would be the water edge as much as possible. Oh. Man, this tier 3 storm is going hard. Okay, so that's good there. So they now have water. This is wow. I don't have to do anything. Just keep the pump on. I love that. That makes it so easy. So all we have to worry about now is literally just keeping silage in their food trough, and our little piggies will do their thing. Okay, I'm gonna wait for that storm to pass. Do some quick inventory management here while I'm waiting on that storm. I really would like to make sure that that water and electrical storage area is tier 7, so no matter what happens, that area does not get damaged. I just think that that's going to be necessary. This is hard mode in Olympus, and so these storms can be pretty formidable. Like tomorrow we're getting a tier 5 storm, and that can upgrade or downgrade 1 tier. I have a suspicion it'll be upgraded or stay the same. I don't know that it'll downgrade on hard mode, but that's just my anticipation. I'll know more on that once the storm actually kicks off. I'm just going to salt my food. And then let's take a look at where this is at. Yeah, this definitely needed to be topped off. We can only have 4 food buffs at a time. So definitely don't want to overeat. Can't utilize all of it all at once. Throw some sticks and wood in there. If I can, it would be really nice to expand basically what would be our crafting storage here. So if I can do 2 additional cabinets here, that would be just absolutely incredible. I think that would be the goal. So I can borrow some wood. Just toss that in, toss that in. And let's just do 2 of those. Yes. Sweet. That's going to be good. And then here's our piggies. I'm so excited to meet them. They've been cryogenically frozen. So, super excited to meet them. This, I think this is going to be exactly what the homestead survival run needs. So let's go ahead and grab those cabinets. We're just waiting on this storm to pass for those of you who are joining. I appreciate you tuning in, checking me out. This is live right now. Oh, that's perfect. I like that. And what's nice too is once I move all of the crafting benches, the crafting eyesore that's in here, the furnaces, all of this, once I move all of this out, this will just be cabin core. I'm talking head mounts, decorations, rustic, everything rustic as much as possible where possible. Probably with the exception of the stove, but more on that. I think I'll have time to decide, so I'm not in a rush. But now that our storm is passing, let's go ahead and welcome the 2 newest additions to our homestead property here. The moment I've all been waiting for. That is a big crate. I'm going to place it right there. And place this one right here. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Okay. Here we go. Hello there. Welcome. Let's just stop leading so they can stay here. Oh man, why is that so cute? You guys are gonna make me so much bacon. I love it. And our little piglet. This is our female and that's our male. What names should I give these? If you're watching this, especially if you're watching this on your phone, feel free to jump in the chat and suggest a couple of names. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh man, this is pretty adorable. I love this so much. Shout out to the devs, man. I mean, that looks weird, right, when they're lying down, but you know what? It looks so good. I'm happy with it. Oh, they do bum rush the gate. Ha, I knew it. It's basically Farming Simulator all over again. Let's take a look at the status of our silage crafting. We've got 38. I'm going to go ahead and take that over there now. And then I'm going to run around grabbing all the fiber here on the island, and I'll craft them more food. I'm going to hop over this. I saw you eyeballing that gate. Just toss this in here. So now they have food. I'm curious if we'll be able to watch them actually eat. It says they're hungry. Stop following. That's probably why. Okay. Are you going to eat or are you going to sleep? Oh. Oh. Awesome. Oh, that makes me happy. That is so rad. Oh, they're both eating. Yay. I'm going to screenshot that. That just makes me so happy. Oh, man. That is so cute. Okay. Time to focus, AOR. It's time to make them all the food that they could possibly need in one go. So I'm going to start grabbing some fiber here. Just gonna source this all on the island. There's so much of it here. And I'm gonna use this fiber to effectively make all of their food. As the silage does not spoil, it's probably my favorite aspect about that. Let me turn this down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so just the fact that we now have animal husbandry at the ranching station. We have 2 pigs. We're feeding them silage. We have an automated water system for them. Oh my gosh, dude. That is just huge, tremendous progress. Absolutely incredible. I love that so much. This just upscaled tremendously for the cabin core, hardcore survival mode, speedrun on Olympus. I don't know if it gets much more exciting than that. That is so rad. Grab some fiber here. And I'm essentially just going to toss all of this into our ranching station, as we have quite a bit of it now. And I'm just going to craft silage from that. And then I need to start looking at what's required. So there's a vegetable of some kind, probably corn. It doesn't specify, it just says vegetable. Pig fertility serum. And then there's the version that utilizes condensed enzymes. Okay, so I do have the exotics. And I do have access to vegetables at least. So that should be too easy to do. And I'm thinking I might even be able to start crafting just a food crop plot. Let's just type in crop. Tier 2, so all we need is dirt. So if I craft a shovel, in theory, I can collect enough dirt. We definitely have sulfur. We have the wood. If I can get 2 of those going, I could probably get everything they need. There's just tier 3 storms, tier 2 storms, tier 4 is the hydroponic crop plot. That's a little bit more expensive, but I think we have it. Composites, wow. Okay, so we're just tier 4 storms. I'm not entirely sure what that means. So I think if that ends up being like, let's say a tier 5 storm rolls through, I'm under the impression that the crops would get destroyed. So there's a good possibility. Yeah, I would probably prefer to order some, but I think for now it would be appropriate to just get some indoors. And for that, we just need a shovel. And a shovel costs almost nothing. That's epic. I have all of this on hand. So there's our iron shovel. Once we have this in hand, we just need to collect some dirt. I know that sounds funny, but that's exactly what it said. Oh, and while I'm here, leather, nails. Got it. Let's do that. Toss it in there. And we can craft the taxidermy knife. Yes! We're about to have such a dope looking cabin. I'm so excited. Yeah, that's just gonna be awesome. Okay, so I think we could also add some dirt to this, and then we can make ourselves some compost. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's pull our shovel out, toss our sickle away for a bit. And I don't know if it matters where you do. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, cool. So I don't know how much I need. I'm just gonna grab quite a bit of it. I'll toss some into our composter, and then I'll toss the rest into our crafting bench or fabricator. Perfect. I'm gonna toss half in there. That's starting to make compost. And then whatever's left, I'll just take it back outside basically. So let's see here. Crop. So we need sulfur. I'm pretty sure I have sulfur in here. Plenty of sulfur. Let's just do 2. I think 2 would be good. We'll just get some vegetables going for them. And then let's see what we have in our inventory. So I really don't think it matters. It just said vegetable. Excuse me. But I do know where we can get some corn. I saw some corn down that way direction. So I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna run across. See if I can find us some corn. I'm like 99% sure the last time I ran through there, I distinctly remembered bumping into some corn. Oh, and we should sleep. It's getting dark pretty soon. I mean, it's dark-ish now. I think the corn was like right in here somewhere. I was like running this way, and then all of a sudden, seemingly out of nowhere, I thought I bumped some corn. Maybe further northwest. Yeah, if we can get our baby some corn, we can basically introduce like fertility and breeding. So I think that would be absolutely incredible. We don't need very much of it, I don't imagine. I think if I can get my sickle out, find some corn, harvest some, we'd basically have the corn on hand to use whenever we need it. We just need a few seeds. I didn't think it was this far. Oh, there's some bees right there. I got him. Where'd that beehive go? I'm gonna take those. We're gonna start a beehive after this. That is actually really exciting too. Gonna harvest this wolf. There's a stringy meat. That is exactly what we needed to be able to trap a wolf, so I'm excited for that idea. Okay, corn. I thought corn was like right around here somewhere. Oh, Trinus. Ow. That wolf put up a good scrap. Okay, I want to say I bumped some corn up here. I see some soybeans, and I don't know that it matters. I don't know that it has to be corn. It just said vegetable. Are soybeans considered a vegetable? They might be. Oh, here we go. Let's go. Okay, so let's grab the sickle out, toss our shovel in, and just grab a couple of these. So that's 16 seeds. That's definitely more than enough for what we need. Oh, let's just use this bridge back. It's a little damaged here. Let me fix that up. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and sleep, because it is dark outside. Top this bad boy off, and then let's go. Oh, almost forgot my crops. There we are. Okay, so I've got these two here, and these are tier 5, but I want these, since they're going to be specifically for our little piggies, I'm going to put them over here. Oh, I should probably not put them outside. I think that that storm would absolutely decimate our crops. So I'm going to put them in here, and then I'm going to get those seeds out. Corn seeds, deploy 1 and 2. So we've got corn growing now. I'll go ahead and water those as well. Oh, I need more water. Just toss that in. Perfect. I'm gonna dump that out so I don't accidentally drink that bad water. Okay, so our crops are now watered. Look at our little piggies. Oh man. That is actually super adorable. And they're already at 31%. That is crazy. How much food do they have? Okay, so they actually don't eat that much as little juvies. Once they're full-blown adults, though, that might be a little different. But it's a good thing we prepped all that silage in the ranching station. We have quite a bit of it, and there's a lot more on the way, so not too worried about that. But every chance I get, I'll come back in here and essentially just make them more silage. Toss that in for the wolf bait, so we need animal fat and spoiled meat. We've got heaps of that. I'll just take half of that. And I know that I have animal fat. Ooh. Let's pull that cooking station down. I'm sure we have some left on the fire. I'll grab that spoiled meat as well. We're gonna make up some animal fat here. Even if I just have enough for one, that's all I need. Like, I just need one. If I can just do that, that'd be great. Craft up some extras, because we are low on the crafting bench as well. Okay, and that will work for what we need. But I think the best way to passively defend this base will be to have a wolf here wandering around, so if anything comes in, I'll keep him in aggro and he can just absolutely decimate whatever comes walking through. We do have a creature deterrent set up, but there's still always the possibility something will come in. And I think proof of that will be in the pudding, so to speak. When we put that wolf trap down and that guy comes walking through, you'll know. They can still absolutely wander in here. So to keep our little piggies safe, we're just going to be a bit cautious about it. And we'll just add that wolf to our little homestead property. Think of him as like a genuine guard dog. Just existing for the purpose of keeping our little piggies safe. I just think that's the best way to go. I just need a little bit of stone here for this recipe. And that should be enough. Okay. Here is the snare trap. I'm going to clear queue 2 of those. Let's do 5. I don't know how many attempts it's going to take for me to get a wolf for our base, so I'm going to craft 5 of these wolf bait. Basically in preparation and in anticipation of what we'll need. And then let's go ahead and do the silage again. I don't see the wolf trap. I'm going to toss all that in there. That should be good. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and dump our silage into our little piggy's food trough here. Yeah, that looks good. And as a matter of fact, I'll move these over and just put some corn in there. And they can munch on the corn. And then I would like to look at what's required for our beehive here. Wow, this thing's been kicking butt and taking names. That is so much honeycomb. That's awesome. Wow. Gosh, that is just... Why is that so satisfying? Huh. Okay, let's go ahead and move this up and out of the way. We can do back in there. And then just toss some extra supplies in here. Okay, that looks good. Pretty happy with that. So now that our piggies are working on being tamed, I think now is as good a time as any. 52%, they're more than halfway there. That is so wild. But now is as good a time as any to transition. So we gotta scan hard, and crafting tools easy. I think I'm just gonna push for this hard scan. Okay, so collect the radar from the Cenotai delivery pod marked on the map. How far is that? Right there. Not far at all. And then we're gonna gear up for a fight. We know a fight's coming, so what kind of bows can I do? Really just the longbow. I guess there's the crossbow. We could do like a combination of the two. But I think I'd rather do the javelin, if that's possible. Steel arrow, obsidian spear, obsidian javelin. Is there in tier 2? So there's the iron spear. I see that. Is there not an iron javelin though? Is there a steel javelin? I'm guessing that would probably be tier 3. Let's take a look here. I think that would be just a complementary weapon. So there is a spear. Sandworm spear. We're looking at cold stone now, cold steel. But I don't see a javelin. I know we have the wood javelin. Is it just like one of those things, if you unlock the spear, you also unlock the javelin? Maybe that's it, and that's why. So going back to tier 2, looking at what we've seen so far, I have the suspicion. Let's do steel spear and just see if that unlocks the javelin as well. I'm hoping it does, because I think that'd be a pretty rad weapon choice. So I do have some steel we can craft up, some steel bloom anyway. And this is full. Let's toss that at the top. And we have tons of steel here as well. So I'm going to dump all this into crafted supplies. And then just take a look at what's required for steel javelin. Okay, so I see the steel arrow, iron bolt, steel bolt, cave worm, steel javelin, epoxy. Do we have it? We do not have it, but I can make it. How much did it say it needed? 3? So we can craft a few of those at least. I'm pretty happy with that. It won't be a lot, but you know what? I think it'll be just a solid combo. We'll have the bow and the steel javelin, so that puts us at 15. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm good with that. I'm going to toss the wolf bait up here. Yeah, I think this will just pair really well with our longbow. So I can start off with the javelin and then move to the bow. And if I need to, like, really close quarters, I'll just use the knife. Okay, so how's our inventory look? We're looking good. We got food. We just need to top off our water. And we will be good to go. Okay. So let's go down to our water filtration system here. And just top off. And then I'll also drink out of that before we go. And we're ready. We got our medical bag. We got tools. We got everything we need. Let's go to the west bridge. We'll cross the west bridge and then head up for that Cenotai drop pod. I like to mix it up a little bit, guys. This is a live stream. If you're joining me tonight, I just want to say thank you. It definitely means a lot to me to have you check me out. I'm going to head to the Cenotai drop pod. We're doing a mission right now. And I'm always curious to know, if you guys have been following this series, what would you like to see next on our homestead hardcore survival base? We've moved from like survival to now we're thriving. We have 2 little piggies now. I'm so excited to figure out names for them. And I think they'll be fully matured by the time I get back too. So here's the Stenotide drop pod. Here's our radar, our scan device. So scan the location and then travel to the location. So let's take a look. Oh, so it's actually very close. We're practically standing in it. I'm going to clear some of this up a little bit. This looks like a really good place to get ambushed. I just want a little bit of visibility in here in case this scan device makes the local population go absolutely crazy. So let's place our radar here. Okay, I got my steel javelin out. I see some bees over there. They're looking for me for sure. Pull that knife out and just take care of them. There we go. Let's knock that. We'll take the bee. Keep that bee on me. Oh, there we go. Scanner durability. Yes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be under attack. I'm going to get my javelin out here. Just going to keep looking around here. I'm going to clear some of this brush and debris. I feel like I'm totally going to get ambushed. Okay, I see something coming in. Wild boar. It's one down. I suspect there will be more. There's another one coming in. It's two down. %45 complete. Scan's almost done. We're now halfway. Just gonna keep scanning my surroundings here. We got another one coming in. There's three. Yeah, that javelin was a good call. That was super handy. Pretty happy with that. Oh, we might have two more coming in right now. Check my 6. There's 4. We're gonna have some dope trophies, like for the trophy bench especially. I'm definitely... Oh, there's 2 more coming in. Okay. Oh, that's a bear! That's a bear! Oh gosh! Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was a bear. I'm not bleeding. Okay, cool. Full-on bear just came in, dude. That's gonna be a rad addition to our base. Collect the station. Okay. Hold E to pick up. Okay, I'm going. Okay. Return the radar to the Stenotide retrieval pod. I am going to, before I go, I am going to grab these trophies. I want one of each. Gosh. This is going to be immortalized in our base, guys. If you've been following the series, this is the kind of stuff I love to do. Is like, we did a mission, we survived, and we're going to immortalize that experience inside of our base. Take one of these. And then I'm just going to load up on the bacon. It's free bacon, we might as well, right? And drop that. We don't need it. I definitely want the bacon though. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All the bacon, baby. Yeah, and if you're watching, I'm curious if you guys have any recommendations for what I should name my 2 little piglets. Especially if you're on like a cell phone or iPad or computer. Feel free to drop down in the comments what you guys would recommend for a good name for our little piggy. We got 2 of them. Where's that pod at? Here we go. Let's do scanner. You know, got a little hairy there, but I feel like that was, all things considering, pretty smooth. Okay. We've got some options. I do have the ability to craft rope, and I have the textiles bench already. I think the titanium ore and iron would be huge. I am going to claim the titanium. Worth it. There's one less mining trip to do. Gosh, I know that that was our reward, but that was a pretty rewarding mission overall. We have 2 new mounts that we can put up in the base. I think that's going to look rad. And then we also got the experience of like just doing the mission itself. Also pretty rewarding. I'm pretty happy with that. That went well. And gosh, those steel javelins came in handy, man. That was a good call. I'm smart. I'm smart. I did it. You guys saw it. We did it live. That was a good call. Okay, let's salt that up. And then let's throw the bacon on the fire. Let's do that. Let's do bacons. I do like that you can stack these pretty high too. Whereas like the other meats are typically just 20. But I think you can go all the way to 45 or 50 with the bacon. It is a nice touch. Just all the bacon. Okay, so now, do I have a trophy bench? I do not. So let's take a look at what it costs to craft one. Because I think that that would be just a really nice addition to the base. Trophy. So 50 copper nail, 60 wood, 2 iron ingot. I think we have it. Oh, we don't even need to craft more. We got some right here. Oh, let's grab some of that iron as well. Trophy. And then the wood. So let's toss that in. Copper nails. I think I can steal wood from this still. And let's look at... Oh, it should be like close to the top, isn't it? There it is. Here we go. Yes! This is going to be epic. I love it so much. I am a fan. Indeed. That looks like a good place as any. Okay, and for that we need refined wood. Oh, where's the carpentry bench? Oh, there it is. Let's do a couple stacks of that. And how much is it per? So for the bear mount, 30 refined wood. I imagine it's the same for most everything. Yeah, it looks like most everything is the same. So we'll need 60 refined wood for our trophy mounts from our last mission. It was a bear and boar. I'll just go ahead and toss those in now. And that's pretty much all it requires. Just the vestige and your refined wood, which is absolutely incredible. I think that's a good spot for the bear head. I guess there's those 2 spots there too. And I could always move this. It's not a problem to move that. I don't think it is anyway. Toss some leather in there. Leather in here. Our bones can go in here. Start crafting up some crushed bone for our epoxy. We always need epoxy. And then we can toss... I'm also going to toss the iron in there because I'm making a lot of steel bloom right now. And then over in here I'm going to toss our titanium ore. We can pull out some glass, some steel. So we made 3 windows in there out of refined, or excuse me, the reinforced glass. So 1, 2, and 3 are done. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5 more windows to make. I'm going to go ahead and take this over to our glass working bench. Toss our glass in. We're gonna make 5. We have it. We have it all. It's gonna be perfect. I'm so excited for the piggies, guys. You don't even know. I'm just frothing about it. I'd be really curious to see what it's like to do the breeding in the game. I know it's a relatively new feature and concept for the game, and so I'm curious to see how fleshed out that's been done by the devs. Yeah, I'm just enjoying this playthrough. It's like been super rewarding and incredibly fun. And I'm most excited for the cabin core. And we have 2 grown piggies. Look at them. Wow. Peppa. Oh my gosh. And Squealer. That is too funny. I think their names should change. I think she should be Peppa and he should be Squealer. Squealer. Let's do that. Let's do Peppa. That is absolutely ingenious. And Squealer. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. This is our male. Yeah. So he's gonna be Squealer. Yes. I love it so much. We have 2 grown pigs. This is amazing. Look at them. Just doing pig things. Hanging out. Eating food. Yeah, I guess they aren't eating as much as I anticipated. Like, I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. Let's do the managed list and just add them there. And then we'll do assigned only. Assigned only. And then I'll also add them to this list here. There we go. Yeah, that is super exciting. We're gonna have like piglets in here and everything. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna need a butchery bench pretty soon for our little piggies. Crops are growing, doing their thing. Let me move this up out of the way and get my bottle out, and I'll see if I can water these again. I don't know that they necessarily need it, but sure can't hurt. Oh, they did need it. Sweet. And I've got windows to put up as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is awesome. I love that so much. Just absolutely incredible. Super satisfying. So that's a tier 5 resistance. So we've protected them from the storm. Now we just need to protect them from other creatures. I know I have the creature to turn out, but I don't think that's always going to be enough. Like, things are still going to come creeping in. If I've learned anything from animal husbandry over the time I've been playing Icarus, it's that when you think you're safe, you're absolutely not. Like, it's a trap. It's always been a trap. So we've got the wolf bait. I'm gonna go grab that from the base right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab out our snare trap right here, and we're gonna set this up. It's gonna serve as like proof of concept for sure. And what I think would be the most intelligent thing to do, I think I'm actually gonna put a temporary structure right here that they can hang out in. I want a door on it for sure, and I want walls to protect it in case anything comes up to try and destroy it while it's in that kind of vulnerable state, you know? It's like stuck in a trap. I can't imagine it's a very good feeling to have as it is, but the last thing I want is like some Tyrannus to come marching in to destroy that thing. So let's go ahead and chop down this tree. Seems like a good enough tree. Thank you, tree. I think we'll take all of it. We have the room. And then I'm just going to do a basic 4x4. So I want 8 of these floor pieces and 8 walls. I'm going to do a door and a window so I can creep on it. See what that wolf is up to. Ramp. And I need this thing to be as low to the ground as possible. So I'm going to do 4 for the structural base and then 4 for the walls. That should be good. And that tier 5 storm will be here in any moment. Like literally any moment that storm will be upon us. So again, I want this to be as low to the ground as possible. So let's get out our post. Okay, so let's drop that down a little bit. Again, as low as we can get it. And I need it to be kind of on flat ground. This looks okay. I'm gonna get it a little bit higher. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're gonna do, for now, we're just gonna do the wood piece for the floor. And then once it's actually trapped, I'll come back and I'll basically add like what would be the walls, you know, the window, the door, all that jazz. Because I'm sure he's already gonna be relatively upset at us. So that'll be good. Let's do a ramp real quick. I don't see where that went. I don't know if I crafted it even, to be honest. So get that set up. I think here I'll do 1, 2, 3, just like that. And I'll put this snare kind of at the back third. And then let's get our bait in there as well. Holds to bait trap for wolf. Okay. And so now we wait. I think that's literally it. I'm going to do a ramp on each side. That way, regardless of whatever angle he comes up from, we're just going to make it as easy for ourselves as possible. So I'm going to do one here, here, and here. Oh, he's already coming in. He's already coming in. That was too fast. I did not realize it would be that fast. Oh my gosh. Look at him go. Look at him go. Here we go. Here we go. No way. That's our little wolfie. Level 28. That guy's going to be a challenge for sure. Okay, so now I just need the ability to trap him in there. So let's do window so I can creep on him. Which way is, yeah, the base is right there. I'll do the window right there. I'll do the door right there. I'll do solid walls for everything else. I can't believe we already got him. That is so crazy to me. Can I sneak? Yeah, he hasn't detected me yet. I'm gonna do that wall there, that wall there. I'm just gonna stand here until he sees me and then aggroes, and I'll close this off. There we go. Alright, I'm going. Relax, little guy. That is awesome. I didn't think it was gonna be that fast, to be honest. That is so crazy. Wow. Dude. We have a wolf, guys. We have a wolf. He's gonna be our guard dog for our little piggies. That's awesome. Hi, Peppa. Hi, Squealer. How are you guys doing today? You guys just chilling, doing piggy things? Crops are still growing, doing their own thing. I think it'd be appropriate to put a door on that now. I do like this open concept, and I'm glad I put the gate there. But I do think, just to be safe, it's just like one more border between like whatever could harm them and them would be just wise. I just think it's a good idea. That is absolutely incredible. I can't believe it. Let's grab our refined wood and craft us a couple of trophies. So there's our bear and our boar. I've got quite a bit of fiber. Let's toss that into the ranching station. I don't know how much is going to be required to keep these little piggies fed. They're not that little anymore, are they? They're pretty big, in fact. So I'm going to just kind of keep the flow of food strong for them. And then we'll need to do a bit of hunting. Is that something I can carry? It is. It's a pig. It's a boar. I can see it. Took me 2 shots, but I got it. So I'm going to carry that. Oh, something's coming to eat it. What is it? What is it? I don't know what it is. Oh, it's not coming to eat it. Never mind. Oh, that was a wolf coming in. Okay, so now the challenge is going to be sneaking up on this guy somehow and then placing this inside of his cabin and not getting bitten. I think is the challenge. So I'm going to turn my light off. Be as sneaky and quiet as possible. Oh. That did not work. That did not work at all. Okay, new plan. I'm going to craft a ramp for me that I can destroy. I'm going to place it up on the side. Oh. I'm going to place the ramp up on this side. That way I can kind of creep up. I need to drop this pig. Okay, I'm going. There we go. I know that's one of the 3 things they need. They need to be left alone. They need to be able to eat. And then they'll need to be able to sleep. So, we got all 3 of those checked off now. That's awesome. Gosh, how absolutely incredible is that? I'm going to go ahead and take this time as a friendly reminder, if you guys haven't already, please consider giving this a like and subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps to build a growing channel like myself. I appreciate you guys checking me out tonight. Let's go ahead and shift our focus back to our cabin core here. We're going to have so much to do in this space to get it prepared for the true cabin core vibe. It's going to involve removing all of these items, all these crafting things just out of the cabin and putting them all into our workshop over in the east. And then just building enough of the things we'll need, which I don't think we have. I don't think we've built any of the homestead equipment. We haven't. I've got a decoration bench, which is good. But to kind of maintain the theme of like, hey, this is a hardcore survival homestead dream come true, we're going to look at some of the utility of the homestead equipment. So we've got the homestead medicine bench, butchery bench, there's the homestead kitchen bench, and there's even a homestead kitchen stove which requires biofuel. I don't mind leaning into that. I just think that the electric stove might have more utility than the homestead kitchen stove. But for the vibe, I might just do it. And then we of course have the homestead kitchen sink. We have, it looks like, most everything we need. Yeah, we definitely do. Iron and steel. We definitely do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab those things now. So we got iron, steel, and then I think it said copper nails, but I think we're fat on copper nails right now. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we do. Okay, so I'm going to do the sink, kitchen bench, kitchen stove. We're missing probably steel screws, so I'm going to go ahead and craft that now. Where are they? Right here. Okay, so I got the bench and sink. I would need epoxy. Basically just epoxy. That's empty. Let's go ahead and craft up some epoxy. I've got some other things to get rid of as well. Let's go ahead and put this worker bee in here. Look at him going. Just killing it in there. Absolutely incredible. Look at this. So much honeycomb. That's amazing. I'm going to take some of this. We don't need all of it right now. And I'm going to craft a combination. So I'm going to do some in the wax and some straight up honey. And I'm going to use that for crafting different things. Like, I know one thing for sure, with retrospect to the beehive at least, I think the breeding center would be extremely useful. I don't know how necessary these two things are, but we do have what we need technically to craft them. So I could go ahead and do that. We would probably need to move it from underneath the base, and I'd probably take it over to here. And then we'll have like our full-blown kind of crops going right here. So I could probably move this over to the left a little bit and then put our beehive right here. So let's go ahead and start looking at doing that. We could absolutely do that. And then let's grab our trophies. Gosh, I am so excited for this. There's our bear trophy. Look at that. We've officially immortalized him. That's from our radar scan mission. And there's quite a few of these boars that came in as well during that same mission. I don't know if that's centered. Let me just grab that guy. I'm going to recenter these on the wall. I think that looks pretty dang center to me. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That's awesome. I think it would be rad to get a deer, put that on that side. But I'll have to move this small wood cupboard to do that. And then maybe a couple additional mounts here, like maybe a wolf. Chamois would be rad. Or even an antelope would be cool. This place is going to look absolutely incredible when we're done with it. I'm super excited, guys. Let's see. We should be pretty close with epoxy. Let's go ahead and toss the epoxy in and craft the rest of those stations. So we need the homestead kitchen stove, homestead kitchen storage block, corner bench storage block. I'm not sure the differences there, but they both seem like they would work. So I'm going to do the storage block. What else can we do? Homestead water tank. That would be a nice touch. And what about that windmill too? I thought that would be nice to add in. 50 stone, 25 steel. We definitely have that. Let's go ahead and grab some stone from here. Toss that in. I know we got the steel. I've kind of been preparing off camera a little bit for some of these crafting items, so I don't have to run around too much. So there's a ranch station. So let's do the homestead water tank, homestead sewing machine. We do have the corner block as well. We've got the decoration bench. I know that much. What else can we do? Biofuel stove. We basically have that. That's the homestead kitchen stove anyway. I'm feeling pretty good with what we have so far. I think in preparation I'm going to start crafting some additional things as well. Platinum lightning rod. If we do get struck by lightning, we definitely want to harvest that. Looks like we're pretty much maxed out. So I did these two. What else did the windmill need? Windmill. Let's go ahead and craft that guy. And we're full to the brim. What happened here? Do I have to clear queue and do it again? I might have to. What if I turn it off and turn it back on? Does that do it? No. Okay. Let's start with the windmill. I think that would be the most appropriate. So do the windmill. Homestead sewing machine. Clear that out. And then towards the bottom here was that big green water tank. And then I had platinum lightning rod as well as the advanced battery rack. Okay, that's looking good. Feeling optimistic about all of that. I think the real thing will be is how does it look? Oh gosh, am I full again? Let's take some of this stuff out. Let's just do the windmill. We'll do one at a time here. There we go. The game is like... I don't know what's going on right now. I might have to craft that off camera. I don't know what happened, but it was not having that at all. I'm going to try and creep on our wolf here. See how he's doing. Tier 5 storm rolling through. Which may explain why the crafting bench wasn't working, to be honest. Quick little peek. He seems to be doing good. Let's see if we can bring him more food. Okay, I'm leaving. My bad. Yeah, this tier 5 storm is going to rip through, guys. It's going to be super loud. So we're probably going to be hanging out in here for a bit. I am curious as to why this wouldn't craft, though. It seems like there may have been too much going on all at once. So let me just try that again. Let's try like any of those in any particular order. Like the advanced battery rack. Will you craft that? No. Interesting. I am not sure what to think about that. Yeah, like it queues up and then it just doesn't do anything. So I'll circle back to that. For now, I'm just going to start offloading. Oh. Are we about to crash? Interesting. Maybe it's the mouse. One second, guys. I'm going to unplug and replug my mouse in real quick. Just move this mic out of the way. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Everything is basically brand new too. AOR has done some serious updates to the game room. In between chores and going to the gym and everything else that's involved in AOR's daily life. Okay, so that seems to be working. What's going on here? How do you explain this? Like, for those of you watching live, if you play, I'm curious if you've encountered a similar issue where you go to craft something but it doesn't actually do the thing. Like, I can't imagine, like, there's too much in here. I've definitely had more in there before and crafted less. See, I craft it, but nothing happens. Interesting. I think I have an idea. Let's do this. When was the last time the game saved? 17 seconds ago. Let's return to character select and give it like a good old-fashioned restart. We did do a lot. We have, 3 tames or mounts, and the devs have admitted, like, if you do that, there are known issues with, like, the game experience. It's like a lot for the game to render all at once. So let's just return. I think it'll be okay though. This should fix our problem. Hope your guys' evening is going well. If you're tuning in, I appreciate the hell out of you checking me out. It means a lot. This is a live stream, by the way. If you guys are new to the channel, I definitely recommend and would ask that you consider giving this a like and subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps to build little channels like myself. So I just sincerely want to say I thank you guys for checking me out tonight. Let's see if that fixed our problem. It still did not. It's still having issues. Interesting. I certainly don't know what to make of that, guys. That is a new encounter for me. I don't even know how to go about tackling that. It seems like, yeah, it just seems like I should be able to do it. I'm not sure what the dealio is. I'll toss some of these supplies back in there, though. It could be that the storm is like requiring so much of the game right now that the game can't fathom building a new thing. I don't know. I would hop in ChatGPT and just check it out, but for now at least, I think we're just gonna chill, wait out this storm. Okay, let me repair. So I know the bench is working. That's super bizarre. Huh. I'm gonna do some inventory management here while we wait on this storm. It looks like I can toss like crafted items into here. I think that would be a good idea. Whoa. I'm a little nervous about what would happen if I got struck by lightning right now. I haven't really been keeping up with managing the base well. Still not crafting. Okay. I know I've got some items in here I can move as well. Let's do crafted items. I know I just put those in there, but I think following the theme, we should just start doing some good old-fashioned storage maintenance here while we wait out this tier 5 storm, in fact. Let's just add to stacks. We're gonna have to check on our Wolfie here in a little bit. I think I might name him that too. I think Wolfie is a very fitting name. I once had a dog named Wolf. Rest in peace, good boy. Okay, so we've got some cocoa. I wonder if I can... If this was letting me craft, I'd probably craft the canteen. I don't know what the deal is. I really don't know what to think about that. I've never encountered that issue before. This is completely novel for myself. It's weird because it updates like the queue here. Like whatever you're wanting to craft, the recipe populates when you introduce new items. It just didn't do anything. It took the exact amount it needed, but then didn't build the item. I've not had that before. I wonder if is it damaged? Nope, durability 100%. Well, I don't know what to think about that, guys. I do think, though, it would probably be best if I started to move this stuff around anyway. So I'm gonna take all and just start adding to stacks everywhere I can. Okay. And then whatever we need in real time, I'll just add it in. I think clearing this up a little bit will probably help. I guess I could hard close the game and try jumping back in. Oh. Wow. That is interesting. Yeah, the game is seemingly struggling. Everything is operating nominally. It says he's level 1 now. I think that means he's improving. So he's like danger close to being completely done. I think I do have some food for him though. Not in here. I'm just checking on the piggies. I'm also not saying that ironically. I realized how that sounded now. I do have some food for him. Let's see if I can sneak up there. Hopefully he's not looking this way. Oh, he's looking. Okay, I'm gonna just have to be quick. I think that yellow bar, I could be wrong, but that yellow bar should disappear once he's like 100% tamed. So we'll circle back to him in a little bit. I'm going to see how the other tables are doing. It could also be that there's just a lot going on in a confined space, and maybe that's what's going on. So I'm not planning anything in these. I could probably turn these off. Can I craft silage? Okay, it is crafting. So right now it's just a fabricator. I've been able to diagnose that much. So I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic about that, at least. It's not everything, it's just the fabricator for some reason. I don't know why. But it seems as though this is just unhappy, so I've cleared out things from the fabricator. It starts the queue and then just doesn't finish the item, so I think we've established that doesn't work. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at just pulling everything out of here and putting down the next level, which is tier 5. Which is really just, it's too bad that this stopped working, but I think it's a good indication. I couldn't have planned that even if I wanted to. It just worked out to be that way. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the manufacturer. So this gives us access to tier 5. I can't put it on this wall, and that's okay. I'm putting this inside of our workshop. Oh. I would like to, except this is beaten to pieces from that last tier 5 storm. Okay. I think that wall right there would be a good wall for the fabricator. Or excuse me, manufacturer. But I also like that wall as well. So I'm going to do this wall here. That seems good. Very possible I'm going to have to expand this space. I don't know if all of this will fit into one confined area. And this needs to be tier 7, I've decided. And I've got everything I need for that. I don't think we need much more than that. Okay, so this is all going to be transferred over to concrete. It's for this reason right here. So this is a tier 5 structure that was a tier 5 storm and it received damage. So to prevent that in the future, it's now tier 7 with a tier 5 ceiling or roof, which is the floor of our little workshop slash garage. So pretty happy with that. Let's grab this guy. I'm also going to toss him in here. I would hate to lose this to a storm. Okay, it says optional water, but definitely required is electricity. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out my electrical and water tool. Trade for the hammer. Hook this guy up to power. And then hook him up to water. There we go. Okay, so the manufacturer is done. I'm just going to start piping things over and tossing it in. For those of you joining, this is a live stream this evening. And I was having some issues with my fabricator. But now that I've kind of sorted that out, I'm going to go ahead and just start running our supplies over to the manufacturer. And we're definitely going to want a door on this space. I think that would be a good idea. That'd be a smart move. I've never been accused of being smart, but I think if I were a smart person, I would probably do that. I definitely don't want to over encumber the manufacturer. We just want to get it to like an acceptable level of like, hey, I have enough in here to craft whatever I need, should I need it. And it's full. So I'm going to take back out some things. Let's do a stack of composites. Another stack of composites. Okay. Let's just test this theory out. Oh. Okay. You guys are seeing this live? I attempted to craft it. It started to craft it, and then it just died. I don't know what's going on there. Same thing. Okay. Guys, I apologize. What we're going to do is we're actually going to turn this off, and I'll just give it a hard restart. So let's see. What was the last time we saved? 5 seconds ago. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to close this out. We'll go back to Steam. Reopen everything. I'm going to let that do its update. It's possible that they're pushing an update. No, it's from the 23rd, so we should be okay. Let's open Task Manager. I apologize for the technical difficulties, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and close Steam hard. Give that a few seconds there. Boot her back up. Because there may have been an update pushed. And that's why Icarus was being the way it was. 968 hours. April 23rd. Yeah, we should be... I don't know what the deal is. Let's just boot that back up, though. And we'll see what happens. We'll do a resume I'm pretty excited though. Guys, the sheer progress we've made. We went from tier 4 to tier 5 today. Added a new structure for animal husbandry. Completed a small quest. Immortalized that quest by building 2 trophies for our cabin. We introduced two new members of the family at our homestead, hardcore survival homestead base. I am just absolutely frothing. It has gone from what would have been a surviving mode to now we're thriving. We're like truly thriving in our environment. Olympus, of course. Again, guys, I apologize for that. I'm not sure what the deal was with what was going on there, but I am going to pull out the hammer. Let's do some mending here. Like, even the game visually looks like it's struggling right now. I'm not sure why. Okay, it did just render in. Let's destroy this and build ourselves a door, just a temporary one. That might help with our issue. Let's do that way. Okay. I'm just gonna test it. Let's see if this will build it. Same thing. Yeah, I apologize, guys. I'm not sure. That's a completely novel issue for me. I've not had to... In the almost 1,000 hours I've been playing the game, I've never seen that. So, I mean, the nice thing is that does leave me time to just kind of reorganize everything. So I'm going to start tossing in the things that belong in here. Things that belong in here. And we're just going to clear out this space and start prepping it, to be honest. I think that's the move. Take all... What we can fit, we'll just stuff in here. Everything we can pull out, let's go ahead and pull that out. And we're just going to completely prepare this space for a full-on cabin core update, live stream. I'm so excited, guys. This place is going to look completely transformed. Okay, our electric furnace is completely empty. I'm going to go ahead and unplug this guy, move him into the right spot. I'm going to take everything from here. Same deal. We're going to move them into the workshop area. Probably do the same. I think I have enough room for, yep, everything there. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I still see the yellow bar in our wolf. I don't think he's done being tamed. Okay, electric furnace probably should go in this back right corner. I'm going to have to expand this space too, guys. So I'm not married to the position of anything that's here. We're just going to temporarily move it out of the way. Let's get the anvil set up, which is kind of replete now that we have the foundry. We definitely don't need this, but it is just a super simple, very affordable way to craft things. And then let's go ahead and get the concrete bench down. Or, excuse me, concrete mixer, cement mixer. Play with the positioning here a little bit. And let's toss everything that was in there back in there. I believe that was it for that guy. Toss some things into the foundry. Oh, I got a couple of walls. Yeah, I'm not sure how to make heads or tails of what you're seeing when the bench doesn't craft the thing you're trying to craft. Again, that's completely novel for me, for those of you who are tuning in. That's not to excuse the game. I just don't know what to think of that. Like, I genuinely haven't encountered that in the almost 1,000 hours I've been playing, so it's very interesting. I would like to think it's because we've added two tames, and then a third tame. And there's just kind of a lot going on in this kind of confined space. So I kind of think that that's the culprit, if that makes sense. And that's kind of why that's happening. I'm going to craft a ladder. I'm going to get a lightning rod up there once I can craft one anyway. I'm going to get the lightning rod up here. But the progress has just been absolutely... We skyrocketed in this episode. There's our piggies, Peppa and Squealer. Our two newest members of the family here on the homestead. Got some corn growing for them over here. Just kind of adorable, to be honest. I am going to check on their food status real quick. I'm kind of curious how much they've eaten. Not very much. I thought they'd be eating more, to be honest. And what I'll probably do is pull the corn from here and just feed them a little bit. Because I can kind of boost them by feeding them. So if you notice, their experience climbs every time you feed them. And you can basically repeat that over and over again. So the experience stopped. Now that they're at 99% food, I can feed it again. And you'll see that experience climb. That is a very useful tip if you want to boost or experience farm for your animals. In my experience, that's been the best way to do it. And I can harvest the corn I have here. Let me just pull out my sickle. Oh, hello there. I guess that's why they call him Squealer. Alright, let's go ahead and feed you guys some more veggies. So again, very effective tool for boosting their experience. They both now have 1 skill point. I'm going to grab the exotics from here and toss that in to the ranching station because I'm curious if we can craft the fertility. Yeah, pig fertility serum. 5 exotics and a vegetable 10. So we should be good with what we have. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I can make a maximum of 3. And again, this is a newer-ish update that came to the game. So I have a lot of ignorance when it comes to this. I haven't watched any content on this. So I'm going in completely blind, but I'm pretty sure we need that. It says, primes male pigs for mating. Once primed, will seek out and fertilize nearby female pigs. This animal is attempting to fertilize other animals of the same species in range for 900 seconds. Okay, so that's how it works. And it says you give it to the male pig. So I'm going to toss this in here, swap that out. And I'm actually going to give this guy the serum, see how it works. Squealer. Hey, buddy. Alright, get ready to do your thing, bud. Okay, so he has been injected. Oh. Okay. Yeah. He's doing pig things. I guess we'll find out very shortly if that worked. I don't know how long it takes. Hold to examine. Yeah, I'm gonna let them do their thing for a bit. I don't know if it's like a one and done type of deal or if it takes multiple rounds. So I made sure to go. Oh, Peppa is now gestating. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that notification on the bottom left portion of my screen, but we just got notified that Peppa the pig is pregnant. She is full on pregnant. She is doing the pregnant things that pregnant pigs do. So yeah, congratulations, Peppa and Squealer. They're parents now. That is huge progress. I cannot believe how much progress. Guys, that is absolutely incredible. I'm not the most intelligent person, as you've probably observed by now, but that was extremely user-friendly. I was able to figure that out in just a matter of moments, live in front of you guys, so happy with that. This guy is still not doing his thing. We are at tier 5 though, just haven't been able to craft anything there. For those of you who are watching, this is again live, and I'm not sure what's going on with that, so you'll have to excuse that. Not sure what to do there. So I can probably pull all this stuff. I'll just toss it in where there's room. And go ahead and pick that up. Because we have the material processor, we technically don't need the mortar and pestle, but I do want to keep it for like our kitchen area, because we'll obviously be able to make, you know, useful items here in and around the kitchen. And I'm thinking to center everything on this window here for the kitchen. Well, what's the view look like? Yeah, oh yeah, look at that view, guys. We'll have a couple of plants going right there. I can just reach out the window, grab whatever I need for crafting meals, but that is an absolute gorgeous view from the kitchen window. And on top of all of that, I can do this. Got him. So, pretty happy with that. I've got to say, that was, can't ask for more. Tier 4 storm rolling through. We got a flash storm warning. And that guy does not have a lightning rod. I would love to make one if I could. I promise. Like, it'd be really nice to go ahead and craft that lightning rod. The platinum lightning rod. Even if I could just get the copper one up there, that'd be a value added, but it's not crafting anything. It could be that it's too full. I haven't encountered that before. That's new to me. I'll go ahead and get the masonry bench up. I'll just temporarily place everything here. I'm gonna move it over a little bit. Let's do like that. Toss all the masonry bench things back in. That looks good. And I'm gonna go hide out inside the base because this lightning storm is a bit loud and obnoxious. So we also don't need to hang on to the plumbing and wiring that exists from what we had there previously. So I'm going to pull out these tools again. I'm going to start deleting some of these. And then I think we're good to move the trophy bench. I think I would like to place this here by the window. I think that would make the most sense. And then we're going to pull out all of our homestead kitchen items and start getting those centered around this space here. This storm is going pretty hard out there. I would love to craft some additional items. At the moment, we just can't. So I'm gonna try the machining bench. It can't be all 3 tiers. I tried the fabricator, the manufacturer, but let's just try. The machining bench does work. This might be a bug. I think I see what's happening now. This might just be a bug. So that's good news. Yeah, that is actually really good news. Okay, that's good to know. If I can... Wow, this storm is going so hard right now. It's putting me in the cabin core vibes. Let's do curtains. 5 wood, 10 leather. We have it. Craft for me. Yes, okay. I don't know how to explain that, guys, but doing this in real time, I don't have I'm at a loss for words, to be honest. The manufacturer and fabricator both will not craft items right now, but the trophy bench is here and in place, and I'm thinking this would be a great spot for the kitchen sink. So I'm going to do the kitchen sink here, pull it back just a tiny bit, and then we'll do the kitchen bench to the left. I think it's the curtain. It must be the curtain. I'm going to pull this back a tiny bit more. So we'll do kitchen sink here. Just come back a tiny bit. That seems drastic, but in order to clear this, I think we have to. It might just be worth it to pull this out and put a reinforced window there, because that's a ridiculous amount of space. Let's try that again. Let's come back just a little bit right there. And I'll do the kitchen bench left-hand side, kitchen stove the right-hand side. And then I'd like to do the homestead kitchen storage block left-hand side. And I'll do a corner piece there as well. And then imagine looking at that side, seeing some storage, the bed, couch. Like, this space is going to look absolutely incredible when it's all said and done. So I am pretty happy with how this is going to shape out. Let's go ahead and continue to pull things up and out of the way. Can I put the curtain back? That's the real question. It says it's colliding. So unfortunately, yeah, I'm going to have to resolve to just doing a reinforced window there. Reason for that is this is hard survival mode, so a typical glass window just wouldn't survive. That's just the reality of the situation. Our wolf still isn't tamed. I'm thinking it's time to go get him some additional food. That might be the missing key piece here. And it needs to be something we can carry on our shoulders. Yeah, the rendering just doesn't seem like it's... like that whole field looked barren for a moment. Can I grab that deer? Oh, there's a wolf right here as well. I'm gonna feed this guy to our wolfie. And I think I'm gonna name him Wolfie just in commemoration and in memory of my my late dog Wolf. He was a husky, a Malamute, absolute gorgeous beast, beautiful fur coat. He was just a good dog. So it says level 1. Yeah, he's still not tamed. Yep, he's aggro. Yep, we're just gonna give him some space. Let it out, buddy. I know how it feels. Long day at work, I get it. Okay. Yeah, not sure why the manufacturer doesn't work. Yeah, it starts to do the thing and then just absolutely dies. So I'm not sure what to make of that, but we will take this stuff over for that canteen. And then I'll grab some stuff as well for lightning rod, because we definitely need a lightning rod on our animal husbandry home. And for that, the platinum lightning rod requires... I must have passed it. Let's go back up a little bit here. So I see the copper lightning rod. Where is the platinum lightning rod? Let me just type it in. It's always easier to do that. Let's just do lightning. Oh, I can't do platinum on this one. We'll settle for the copper lightning rod. That'll be fine. Just something to protect that base with our piggies in it. Whoa. There we go. Okay, so I do have the canteen, and I now have a lightning rod. I'm gonna go ahead and toss that up. We've just had too many lightning storms come through, and I want to avoid the worst case scenario here. That looks good. I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and start moving all this stuff over as well. Going to make some room here for our beehive. And then we're going to roll all of our crops and crop plots here as well. Toss. Oh, actually, let's keep the food. We'll toss the food into their bowls. But all this stuff can go back inside. Let's do fur, fiber, more fur, rope, nails, and the wood. And that should be all we need in there. Hey guys, how's Mama doing? Squealer is a proud father. And she is, okay, so they do have individual icons too. So that's interesting. The symbol for gestation is like a red icon, and inside of that icon, it looks like an egg with like a little tiny chick inside of it. And that's the indication, I believe, that she is pregnant. So gestating. This animal is with child or looking after an egg. The process takes longer if the animal is hungry and thirsty. A child will be born soon. 200% additional water consumption. Same for food. A 25% reduction in movement speed, which makes perfect sense. Creature is gestating. And then fortified is a feature where the creature is stronger and more resistant to damage while gestating. So she shouldn't have to worry about that though. We're taming a wolf as we speak to be our guardian angel for these guys. And then we also have the creature deterrent as a contingency. And then I will serve as the emergency. So if anything comes to harm these guys, I got steel javelins, the knife, and the bow. Make easy work of those guys. So if you'll imagine in your mind's eye, we'll have the beehive here in this spot. And then I'm thinking of adding all of our crops against this back railing here. So I think this space is going to look good. I'm pretty happy with how that's shaping up. Let's just focus on the interior here and start moving things around a little bit. I've got a lot going on in here. Let's go ahead and pull this stuff. Toss it into here. What fits anyway. And then we'll add to stacks here. So we've got a lot on us, obviously, but I'm going to go ahead and pull whatever remains. And I'm going to take this carpentry bench and I'm going to shove this into our little garage space and workspace area. So I think this space would be like batteries, water storage, if you can imagine that. And then up here, we'll house the majority of everything else. And I'm going to have to look at expanding this because we have more for tier 5 on the way, guys. So I'm going to toss all this stuff. I'll save a couple of these on me. Let's do that guy. And that should be it. And then all the exotics that I mine, I'm actually going to retain all those on planet. I'm not going to send those up. I've got more than enough for what I need. I just need them for crafting purposes here on planet. So let's toss that. Decoration bench can go in there for now. Leather curtain that we can't use. And I'll toss the refined wood in here. And then our rotted plants into our compost. Looks like it did pump out a few bags of basic fertilizer. That will come in handy for our crop plots that currently live here. And I'm probably going to drop ship order a bunch of these tier 5 aeroponic crop plots, and they're going to live here. I'll leave those two there, but I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of those here on this as well. So this will be kind of like our homestead garden meets like our animal husbandry all in one. And I think this space just is going to be perfect for it. So it is getting dark. Let's go ahead and call it a day. And I'm going to salt that food. The salting station will stay here. I think it just serves the best utility here. And then let's call it a night. I'll grab the animal fat. Move that over here. Repair. And then I can toss this, if there were room, into there. So spoiled meat is going to come into play a little bit more next episode as well. I want to retain as much of that as I can. And then we're going to swap out, it's official, we're going to do it. We're going to swap out the water skin for our canteen. So I can destroy that. And we'll fill this guy up. Pull my hammer back out of there. Oh, no, it's the sickle. Toss that in there. And our axe. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and fill up that canteen. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I feel like the character progress and arc has been so high with just this episode, guys. It's kind of crazy. It's hard to like convey how much has happened. Like the mission we went on, we immortalized that mission with these 2 trophy mounts, the bear and boar. We've added a whole new structure, 2 members of the family, a 3rd member gestating right now. Our 4th member is a wolf that we're taming. It's going to serve as like our guard dog, guardian angel for the island. And then this structure has our tier 5 crafting in it. As soon as I can figure out how to get that to work, completely novel issue. I really don't know what to say about that. The kitchen is completely installed. Pretty incredible. All that's left to do now is move a few more. Oh my gosh. Peppa has given birth. That was fast. That was like 1 day. Oh my goodness. Guys, check it out. We have a new piglet. No way. So we have Squealer, Peppa, and the newest male piglet joining our family. That is absolutely incredible. Just phenomenal progress in such a short amount of time. That is crazy. I'm going to go ahead and water these. They look a little bit thirsty. And then, because I have fertilizer, I'm going to go ahead and grab that as well. We'll just take that over. I'll store it in the ranching station, whatever's left. But let's get that into here. Fertilize. And fertilize. So let's take a look at what's going on here. We have green thumb, some skills, hardy, evergreen, prolific, and basic fertilizer. 15% additional crop yield, and then additional 15% for crop growth speed. Nice. All with just spoiled plants and dirt. Pretty awesome. I love that. Okay. So it looks like it just needs more dirt, and then we'll be able to craft more of that fertilizer. But for now, I think I'm going to store this in the ranching station. Keep it close by. And we're just going to keep transforming this space in here. If I can, I'd like to pull that decoration bench back out, and we'll make this space look really good. I am super excited for that. I'm going to top off my tank. And then I'll move this into storage for now. This guy is pretty packed. I'm going to craft basically whatever I can in here just to kind of consolidate space in here. Yeah, I've done a lot of work off camera to be able to get this to be stacked to the brim, so... Here, kind of more of the same story. I think I'm going to move this because I'd really like to bring a deer mount in here. So let's just add to stacks and then toss in whatever else remains. At least keep it in conjunction, keep it in theme. Raw materials I'd like to keep in here. We got quite a bit of sticks. I'll toss these on the fire. Okay, that should be good. Add to stacks. And I'll toss in more raw materials. Okay, that's looking really good. We got more space in there now. Here at least, I think it would make the most sense, in my opinion, and you guys are more than welcome to hop in the chat, give me your feedback, but I think in my opinion, I think keeping storage in here would be really useful and really helpful. I'm even thinking about putting storage up on these two walls as well, as this is kind of the kitchen dining space. So I'm going to go ahead and let that do its thing for a bit, and I'm going to move this guy up into storage as well. And I'm just going to be extremely critical of like what comes back into this space. It needs to kind of follow the theme that we're striving for, which is cabin core, homesteading vibe. And if it doesn't match that, you know, I'm going to be pretty critical of it and make sure it just doesn't end up in this space. Like the flow meter, that will end up in a different space. We don't need that here. This stuff in the floor, I'm okay with where it's at. It doesn't bother me at all. And it's quite a bit of utility, so it's definitely value added. I'm gonna want to keep that here for sure. It would be wise to create a secondary tank, especially because this will be the primary source of fuel for our kitchen stove. So I'm just gonna pull out this partial stack of sticks, toss that in there. We'll get some more of that going in there as well. And then once that's ready, we'll pull all of this out. I'll throw some of this in the fire. That's full. Okay. Guys, this whole space has been completely transformed. Like it is so hard to convey in words, like how much progress has been made. And just the past few episodes alone, I am so happy with it. Okay, where is this guy at? And can we start moving stuff? We obviously don't need to keep all of this. It would be nice to toss it in. But we have so much in here already, I don't think we need to worry about it. So I'm going to start destroying these. This is just from running around and grabbing stuff around the island. I think I can do a combination there, and that should be fine. I'll keep those on me, you never know when you'll need them. Get some food going in me. The basic fishing bench, I don't believe has anything in it other than spoiled meat. I've got a spot for that. I'm going to pick this guy up and just kind of move it out of our way for now. I think the salting station would probably make a lot of sense to put on either end of this kind of kitchen layout. So with that, I'm going to move the trophy bench for now. Just move that up out of the way. And it can probably live here. I'm going to go ahead and make some vegetable oil with these. And toss that into our biofuel composter. Okay, it's looking good. We got some stuff to throw in the furnace as well. And more of that steel bloom as well. So I'll make sure to get these into their home. But for now, I would really like to move this over just a tiny bit. And then get our trophy bench up right here. Wolf is still being tamed. Okay, that looks good. I'm happy with that. I love that. Okay. Decoration bench needs to come out. And that's here. And then that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I'll add to stacks too. Decoration bench can go down. I think temporarily I'm going to put it here. It's not going to live there, but for now at least. And look at how much of this stuff we can make, guys. This is going to be just phenomenal. The cabin core vibes are going to be so high in here. I can't wait to start crafting some stuff. I would also love to get a flag up. I'll have to pick one of those. I wish there was like an Icarus emblem. I don't see one. But an Icarus emblem would be rad. I think that'd be a really nice touch. I'm gonna have to email the devs about that. I think if they could add an Icarus emblem friendly, just some kind of flag, I think that would be awesome. So we're looking at beeswax. We've got that. We've definitely got that. So go ahead and craft up. How many can I make? 13? That's a lot. I'm gonna start with 3. Rustic stool for sure. And I'm hoping to do like a kitchen table. So that says rustic table, large rustic table, and then round table. I think the round table would look really good, but I think the rustic table will work best in this space. So that's probably what I'm going to aim for. So I'll get some nails in there at some point. I think I have some in here even. I do not. I'll run over to the anvil and do that. Toss these back in. Drop that back into my pouch. And then this is getting as close as it's gonna get, to be honest. Let's just do as much epoxy as we can afford. That should basically tie up all of that. Got the steel bloom. Let's go ahead and take all. And then we'll move this guy into our workshop just east of this building. I see that I've got a lantern in here. Get that in there as well. Okay, let's head over to the garage / workshop. And I think it would be really smart to put this somewhere close to the front. So right when we walk in the door, we can just dump everything we need to in here and start crafting useful items. So I'm going to just basically put all this back right where it came from. And then this stuff is all going to go into the furnace. So yeah, this space is still very functional. I thought I would feel a bit more crowded than this, but to be honest, I'm pretty happy with how it's shaped out. So this guy just needs power. I can probably just do that now. I'm gonna grab a swig of my Rockstar here. It's the Pina Colada Rockstar. It's got quite a bit of sugar in it though, so it is yummy. And with that much sugar, it definitely makes me happy. If I could, I'd like to route power to like right there. And then take that downstairs basically. And I'm going to run it to there. Run this to here. And then that's going to go inside this bottom portion. And I'm going to store, again, batteries are going to be in here. Water storage galore will be in here. All of the good stuff is going to be down in this space here. Okay, so our furnace now has power. Let's just go ahead and activate it. Okay, so some of the stuff does work. Kind of. It did just kick off. Is it a power draw? No power. Oh! This whole time, guys, chat. This whole time I thought the manufacturer was broken. It is not broken. It just doesn't have any power in it. I understand the assignment now. Okay, so let's see if I can pull... So because the issue started with the fabricator where it wasn't making anything, this whole time I assumed that the other manufacturer was broken as well. That's not the case. Okay, so our large battery rack requires electronics, titanium plate, copper, gold, composites. Okay. This whole time, guys, I was fully under the impression that it just wasn't going to work. That is not the case. I'm sure I'm missing something, but I'll just grab the basics here and then run back over. Yeah, the manufacturer just doesn't have power. The fabricator, on the other hand, stemmed the problem. I don't know what the dealio is with the fabricator, but it just was not working for us. Okay, so we need gold. I could, alternatively, since I knew the fabricator wasn't working, let's just run power over there. I think that'd be the wise decision to do. Gonna kind of follow the same path that we chose. And I'm gonna go here and then there. Okay. Okay, moment of truth. We know the fabricator is glitched out. Unrelated issue. But is the manufacturer, tier 5, gonna work for us? We need more gold. Let's just attempt the battery and see what happens. It's working. Oh gosh. Oh, the relief that I feel, guys. That is really nice. Okay. So this temporary battery is actually going to go underneath the crawl space of my home. Let's check on our babies here. Do you guys have enough food? You definitely got enough food. You guys definitely have enough water. Peppa is doing well. She seems like she's recovering well. Our new baby piggy. I would love to know what you guys think we should name him. If you're watching on like a phone, tablet, or computer, feel free to hop in the chat and give me a name suggestion for the newest male piglet of our family. Absolutely adorable. Look at these guys. Oh man. Don't you dare get attached to the newest male member of our family, because he may not be with us very long. But for the time that he is, we can cherish him, adore him. What should we name him? Let me know down below. Let's route power. All of that should be working. Let's take a look. Yep, 2 million storage and climbing. Absolutely phenomenal. What's the deal with this guy? %. His progress has been a lot slower than I anticipated. Probably because this is hard mode. But that's okay, because I will get him more food right now. Yeah, the rendering is a bit odd. You have to like get close before that field looks like it has anything in it. Where typically the field of view is a bit larger. Part of that's probably due to the fact that we have a lot going on in a confined space. I don't mind taking the rabbit. We can take the rabbit. Put him to use. I'm looking for something small that I can carry back to base, though. Another rabbit. Another rabbit. Lots of rabbits right now. And another rabbit. Wow, that has to be a record for the most rabbits in the shortest amount of time and space. Oh, here we go. Perfect candidate. And he is coming back with us to base as well. I can't carry him, unfortunately, because of the rabbit. So, rabbit stays out in the field. Becomes chow for the next wolf, tyrannus, or meat-eating animal that comes through. I'm going to try and very sneakily climb up that ramp and toss this guy in. He seems to have eaten all the previous donations. So I know he doesn't have a problem with food. He's just taking a bit longer to domesticate than I anticipated. Alright, we're leaving. We're leaving. Settle down. Okay, he's good. He's good. There we go. Furnace is on. Ooh. Can we do a window for the kitchen? We can do exactly a window. we have enough. That is enough for me. We are working on the space in the cabin. Piggies are doing well, guys. Look at them go. Super happy with all this progress. I have to sneeze. Whoa. You'll have to excuse me for that. And now, we have a reinforced window for the kitchen, maintaining the gorgeous view of the outside. I love that. That is exactly how I hoped and dreamed it would look. The fabricator, I'm not even going to bother trying to troubleshoot that. We know it didn't work before. You guys saw it live. I have no good explanation, to be honest. I don't know what's going on there. So, if I can, I think figuring out what we need for the advanced battery rack would be smart. It'll really help upscale the entire base to the next level. It's really just gold wire. So, I have gold. I keep running into there. I have gold in here. Let's toss this into our manufacturer. I do like the little display that pops up too. I think that's kind of a nifty little ad from the devs. It's pretty clever, that. Yes, that's pretty rad. Look at it go. Tier 5 is a good look. I'm also really glad I separated this from the living quarters space, because I think this would be a bit of an eyesore in our living quarters space. But with that gold wire, we should be equipped now to build the advanced battery rack. And that's going to help take our whole base operations to the next level. We'll have plenty of electricity storage. We'll never have to be concerned with electricity storage, at least ever again. So that can go right there. I'm going to move the water storage. I might have to move that. I'll move the water storage to this corner here. And then our basic and advanced battery racks, all the new ones will be placed right here in this space. And that is now storing a lot of electricity. That's going to be 6 million units of electricity. So we're good there as well. I'm feeling extremely optimistic, guys. Like an unhealthy level of optimism right now. I feel like something terrible is going to happen. I shouldn't say that out loud, but that's how it feels right now. We're going to do all the water storage things. Oh, I would like to craft a lightning platinum rod. I just saw it too. There it is. I'm gonna get some lights going in our little piggy den. The homestead water tank, homestead sewing machine, concrete door for this space here requires more steel. I'll have to circle back for that. And then, guys, next episode, you'll have to tune back in. So if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. Next episode, we're going to be dabbling with Tier 5. That's going to include the Advanced Orbital Exchange Interface. And we're going to be able to customize or choose the specific location for where our drop pods drop in. And then we'll also move our drop ship landing pad. So I'm pretty happy for that. Like, we're going to have the ability to upscale to Tier 5 crafting items. All while maintaining like the happy, tongue-in-cheek, super chic, the homestead vibe, which is what we're trying to accomplish here. That definitely frees up some space in here as well. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. It is time to go ahead and include our water storage. I'm going to do one there. I'm going to stack these, of course. A second there. and our third right next to it. In fact, I'll probably put it there. I just want to make sure I have that space open to access the water tool. Oh, interesting. I can't go from there to there. Okay, so those are connected. They are not filling. I'll have to take a look at our water pump. It could be that we have expired on water. It was just off. Okay. Maybe it was the draw. The draw was too much. We definitely have enough battery storage now. Our only means for passive collection of electricity. Let me hop up here. I want to say it's just that windmill. I don't think we have... Oh, we do. We do have a solar panel. Okay. So yeah, let me go ahead and repair the windmill. Looks like it's overdue. There we go. And that should change how much... Yep, 1750. There we go. That looks better. I think this is damaged because I keep dropping onto it. Otherwise, I don't know what the catalyst for that would be. But absolutely incredible progress. Okay, this space is nearly there. Nearly there. Let's go ahead and move this guy. Toss him back up here. Our light storage, let's offload too. Pretty good, looking pretty good. Happy with that. I'm just gonna offload everything that remains. Homestead sewing, homestead water. We're gonna have to figure out where to put those. I think it would be kind of cutesy. Hear me out. Hear me out. It'd be kind of cutesy to expand a platform to the left on this side here, very similar in fashion as we did here on this side, and put that water tank over here. So it's going to be completely autonomous. It'll have everything it could possibly need to make sure, like, even if the power shuts off and the electricity goes away, we will have some water storage on hand to keep these guys fed and watered. We have a tier 4 storm rolling through. Let me grab that platinum lightning rod. And I'm just going to swap that out for our copper. Let's just remove this guy here. It served us well, but we definitely could use the beefier upgraded version. And then I'm going to also connect that to power, because we're going to use that to basically run not just lights, but most everything else. I go around the window. Let's just go straight down. Ooh. That was really danger close there for a moment. That lightning storm is going crazy outside. Okay, we'll get some lights going in here for our little piggies. Not much left to do in this space here. I'm feeling really good. We could probably start to shift focus a little bit to some of the decorations that we could make. Pretty simple requirements. I'm thinking, especially in this space here, the rustic table would look really, really well. I think if we could get some of these kind of cutesy decorations built as well, that would be a nice added feature to the space. Rustic armchair we could probably do. It seems a bit big for this small space, but I think it would tie in really well. And then some of these just rustic pieces of furniture I think are going to really add to the space and really make it pop. So anything we can do in that regard is also going to be welcome. I could do a bit of enzyme farming. I haven't done it in a long time, but that would be actually exceptionally really fun. Pull those from there. I'll toss the golden, copper. We'll do some fiber, some sticks. I'll even craft that rustic armchair and just kind of see how it looks in this space. Gosh, that storm is going crazy outside. We've got to be like completely topped off. Yep. I bet that lightning strike just topped off our entire system. That is also why those lightning rods are super handy. I can toss the copper in there. I don't know that anything requires glass. Like, at least not for what we're looking to do. I grabbed it preemptively, but I really just want to double check, make sure we... Oh, okay. Rustic lamp. I could see that being kind of cute to have in this space. So I am going to toss the glass in there. We'll just keep that on retainer for now. And then I need to move this bed. I think I could probably center it on that wall there. I don't know. That would be kind of... Would that bum me out? Is that enough room, I feel like, to lie in bed? I'm going to center it. Maybe I'll just center it. I'm not married to the placement of anything right now. I just want to get a better feel for the vibes. It's all about the vibes when it comes to the homesteading. Like that package, if you guys don't own it, I will say it's been amazing. Like, I absolutely love it. I think a bookshelf would be awesome. We'll add like a nice cutesy little bookshelf. Put it there. We'll move these to probably this side here. We'll do like two there, and then free up this window space. We'll add another kitchen storage block or corner piece here, and then toss our salting bench. Actually, maybe we'll just do the salting bench. We don't even need another piece. And I'm pretty sure I can get it pretty close to butting up next to this guy here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Boom. Why does that make me so happy? Look at the satisfaction, guys. Can we just take a small moment to appreciate how dope that looks? That looks amazing. Peel back these curtains a little bit now that the storm has passed. Let me jump up and grab that one too. I love it. I am a huge fan. I don't think there's enough space above the window for this to fit here. Yeah, there's not. Okay. But that's okay. I've got a plan for that as well. I was thinking about that space all day yesterday and what I would do with it. And I think what I'm going to do is like a half wall, and I'll put it right there, right at the top of this area here. And I'll start to hang decorations from it, and then maybe put a couple jars up there as well. I knew that this space would be kind of challenging to deal with. I'm hoping the half wall isn't too intrusive into the space. I think it's actually going to bring it together really, really well. So for that, I'm going to need that beeswax. We could even take this stuff over. I think this would make a lot of sense here. It doesn't let me do it though, which is a huge bummer, because it makes the most sense right there. It's funny, because I can do that on the salting station, but the countertop space is unusable. So maybe I just craft like a small table that goes in that space there. I don't know what that would be. I suppose even another nightstand would suffice. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll take the nightstand that I have and put it there in that space, but I don't see a good replacement. I suppose we could find out if the rustic table works. I've certainly got enough room for it. Now I'm just gonna craft a few sticks on me. And then it said we needed nails. So I'll grab the copper and the iron nails. See if I can toss those in here. Oh, the anvil's upstairs, which has been completely destroyed. Yeah, we really need to consider leveling those two up. So it's a ramp and flat piece, which we may not even need, to be honest. But at the very least, I think the ramp would be a good call. Let's go ahead and transform that guy into stone. And then we are here for the anvil. There is some nails in here. Let's just go ahead and craft the rest of those. And then we'll also craft the copper nails as well. Oh, we've got copper in there. So I'll toss this guy in, and then we'll just do 5. That should suffice. I'll take those. We got more crafting as we speak. We can use that later, of course. Okay, so in our decoration bench, let's go ahead and toss these in. We'll have some additional supplies here. I'm feeling pretty good with the amount of candles we have. I don't think we need more. Gosh, that is adorable too. I wonder if this is only an interior space item or if I can put it outside without it being destroyed. I would really like it for the storms to not affect it, but that's probably a bit optimistic. But who knows? Maybe these are indestructible. Let's see what that rustic table is going to look like in that space. And I'm curious. Okay, so it's sulfur and fiber. I'm almost 90% sure we have all of what we need. And I think 2 of those would be absolutely adorable in this space, so I'm going to go ahead and craft that as well. As a 31-year-old man, I have no problem saying that I think this would look adorable. I just think it would. Let's do the rustic narrow wardrobe. And what is it going to take to get this? We have enough. I'm conflicted. I don't know if I should do the rustic cabinet or the bookshelf, but I think the bookshelf would just fit really well in this space. And I'll do a couple of these rustic wall shelves as well. Oh, for that I'll need more iron nails. Ooh. We got it. We got it. We're okay. I'll grab some more nails. While that's crafting up, I could hook up some of these things to power as well. I'll drop this down. I feel like it's challenging to do wire management, but that's why I'm not concerned about how this space looks. This space is supposed to be kind of ugly. It's supposed to be a bit crowded. It's supposed to have all the machinery and look very busy, because this is where all the busy work happens, right? I just don't want that in my home space. I want to come home and it just feel like a completely rustic, just absolutely adorable environment. Full-blown cabin core vibes. Like, I'm even debating putting a window in here just so I can maintain the views all the way around. I don't want to see that per se, but I think if I could put a window right here, that would be ideal. I think that would just look really, really good. And then we could even utilize the extra leather curtain. So You know what? That works. I like that. You can see the bridge, but I think I'm okay with that. It's not obstructing our view by any means. At the right angle, it doesn't even matter. It's like it's not even there. So, I like it. I wish I could fish out the window. I don't think you can. But that would be absolutely a charm. So, let's look at getting a couple of things installed. We've made a few things here. We've got the narrow wardrobe, a couple of pots, rustic bookshelf, the bench. And I think if possible, I want those items to be the beeswax things. And I think I'll put those out here. Just a nice sitting bench. I'll move that. We probably don't need it anymore, but I'll probably move that over there, over by the piggies. Feeling good about this space though. There we go. It's getting late. Let's go ahead and take a quick snooze. Okay. I think the pots... I think the pots would look good in this back corner here. Ooh. Okay. That looks really good, actually. I like that. Oh, you can't plant anything in them, though. Or can you? I don't know if you can. I'll have to double check the decoration bench for that one. Can you do plants? Not in here. If it does exist, it's not in here. I can tell you that. So. And then the wood shelves. We needed the nails. And I think as a temporary placeholder, I'm just going to toss this guy here. That looks like it fits the space okay for now. Yeah, actually, you know what? I don't mind that. That actually looks okay. I'm pretty okay with that. I'm sure I'll move it to the other side once I build that side of the porch. But for the meantime, that looks pretty dang good. Is this table gonna fit? It's too tight. That's really a bummer. I could probably turn it sideways though. And get it as close to here as I can. Kind of give it like an L shape. Functional space to it. And then I could put the candle in the back. Mortar and pestle right here. That looks good. It's not terribly egregious. And then let's get the water tool connected for that guy. Our sink will be fully functional and not just a piece of decoration. Moment of truth. Let's see if that works. Oh yeah, yeah. Look, we can wash our hands. Full-on food prep is ready to go. Let's do the same thing, but only for the Homestead kitchen stove, which does run on biofuel, by the way. I'm really glad we did really good timing with that biofuel composter and our secondary can. The space is just really coming together. One more for the kitchen bench. I don't think that needs it, and I don't think anything else will need it. So that's the last piece. Run all the wires outside, down below the base. Oh yeah, that looks good. All that's left to do now is move this guy somewhere on either side of the bed. I don't think it's short enough to go in front of the bed, so it'll probably have to go on the side there. And move these to either corner. Can I get that to work? I didn't mind that look either. That looks okay, but it's a bit busy. There we go. Can I get it to snap correctly? Is he gonna do the thing? Oh, I saw it for just a moment. There it is. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, I can put the little nightstand there on either side, really. I feel like that would work on really either side. Potentially even do both. But I think a little candle over there in the corner wouldn't hurt anyone in the meantime. And then the armoire or wardrobe. Maybe I do that. One on one side, nightstand on the other. It's almost looking too busy on that side. I'm going to take that down. I'm going to play with it a little bit. These aren't going to live here for very long. They're also going to be moved to that side. So I'm feeling pretty happy with the progress that's been made so far. That is a nice, just a good vibe. We've immortalized these two from our previous mission. Let's go ahead and toss these into here. And we got the shelves as well. Let's do one for now. Got a rustic stool. What else can we do in here? Gosh, the rustic dining chair would have been a nice addition. We could put that right next to the table as well. I think that's looking pretty good. I would love to do a couple of these. I think that would be kind of cutesy. We can probably knock those out. Let's grab our nails. There we go. Copper. I'll take half of that. And then I need to figure out where the iron's at. And it might just could be that I need to pull from somewhere else for the iron. I'll grab a steel. Stack of steel. Was there iron in this? Nope. Huh. Ah, here we go. I think 2 of those would be adorable AF. Oh, I almost ran into their autopilot. And then if we could just get this guy made, I think that'd be rad. We did make the bookshelf. So I'm thinking the bookshelf will go here on this wall somehow. The chair will be next to it. And then I'll put some of those decorations, a couple of candles up. Maybe even a mount of a rabbit. Homestead wall candle. That sounds cute. Let's do 2 of them. A hay bale. Homestead weather vane? Yo. Okay. Yeah. Homestead gold bird bath. Iron bath. Spinning wheel too. Oh my gosh. Guys, the vibes are just absolutely high right now. Interesting. I might need to make a bigger base. Like a, could you imagine like a nice fireplace? Especially in this space would be, that would just be so cute. They even have a bird feeder, bro. Come on. Homestead scarecrow. Gosh, there's just so many like cutesy little things you can add in this space. It's incredible. Okay, so I think what comes next is we put this shelf up. I'm hoping it's going to look good here. That might be too high. I almost think I like it here more. Like right at like the same level as the window. I really wish you could like, oh. I don't know if that would be, that might break immersion though. I do like the way that looks, but that might break immersion a little bit. Can I go higher without losing the height too much? Let's just see how that looks. I'll test it out. Grab those. Let's just get up here. Can I do like a... Ooh, yeah, peaches. That looks good. Peaches go on that side. And then we could probably do a candle up there as well. That looks good. Then can I do animal fat as our fuel type? Let's knock out a couple of these lights here. Just see how that looks. Oh, come on. Guys. That's adorable. Come on. Come on. You gotta admit. That looks pretty dang good. Oh, I love that. But wait. There is more. So I was eyeballing this earlier too. It looks like there's several variants of this, but basically if you just have dried meat, you can craft a few of these like homestead hanging meats, and it says 6 variants, so I would be very interested in doing that. Oh. Our wolf has not yet tamed. He's still doing wolf things. I am going to try to sneak up there and repair that wall that he's been attacking as he's been lashing out, so probably didn't help having a few different tier 4, tier 5 storms roll through. I know I'm like pounding on his wall, but he hasn't noticed me just as of yet. So we just need to get some meat, and then we can really tie that all in together and make it look really good. I see a deer coming through. That should give us everything we need. Perfect. Yeah, and if I could do 2 or 3 of those, I think that would be absolutely phenomenal. I missed. Got him. Sweet. Kaiju one on that deer right there as well. Got him. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that. If it'll let me. Nope. Gonna have to skin him. I do think a skinning bench... I wish you could store some of this stuff outside. I know, in theory, a skinning bench would make the most sense outside, but for some reason I don't think you can. I think it has to be placed indoors, unfortunately, which also feels kind of messy. So maybe what I do is like I build like a butcher kind of exterior outdoor kitchen space. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. What else can we do? I think the rustic dresser would look good in this space too. But there's like so many of the homesteading items. Rustic decorations, storage status, industrial, brutalist, art, and homestead. So let's just do a hay bale or 2. Take that over to the piggies. But look at all these different decorations. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I just need to get more resources. Oh, Okay, so the flower pots are actually able to be planted in versus the flower pot rounds. I don't think they are. I don't know, we'll have to see. Tree sap and fiber. We have plenty of that, I'm sure. And if we don't, we can just craft it too. So let's go ahead and just grab one of these, toss it in here. And I'm hoping the bench can just go outside. I'll have to do a half wall to kind of hide that right there. Potentially even a full wall. I could probably do the same thing here by the piggies, but I think maybe I'll just throw the hay bales there. It'll kind of just add like a nice little vibe to the space. Oh, let's flip that the other way though. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. I'm okay with that. Okay, we got our bookshelf and our narrow wardrobe as well. Let me just offload these back in there until I can figure out a better home for it. The Homestead sewing machine is also kind of adorable. I wouldn't mind putting it here. I don't think that obstructs the space too much. Look at that. Gosh, whoever was in charge of inventing, or like the schematics person was in charge of making these decorations, did a really good job. These textures just look absolutely incredible. I mean, look at the scissors on there, some thread, cloth, more thread, and just an absolute charming piece in that space. Shout out to the devs, man. Okay, and tree sap. We've got some crafting right now. I don't think we have more iron on us though. We'll have to make a run. So I'll have to do that off camera. I won't do that with you guys. I won't put you through that, but at the very least, I mean, this space is really starting to pop. It's looking really good. And our meat should be done pretty soon. That won't take very long at all. Tree sap. Toss that in. Okay. Ooh, I do love purple. And I also love the color and warmth that this would bring. The poppy and the straw flower also looks great. Let me just grab more fiber here. Toss these back in. Yeah, and I think overall, I think the space is still functional. Our kitchen area is kind of the bread and butter of this whole space, and then everything else is just going to kind of simply exist in cohesion. We said this guy. So this would be the ultimate test. I'm really skeptical about whether or not. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. So let's put that here. I don't think you can add it to it. Yeah, these rustic pots are gonna have to go, which is a huge bummer because they look incredible. They're gonna have to go outside though. Because I think having two pots there would just really tie that whole space up and look absolutely incredible. The bummer part is like even putting them here, they don't really add, like I can't put flowers in those, you know, like even while they're there. So it kind of just seems like the way to go would be to just craft one of these stone and water. So I mean, I got water on me. I didn't even know you could attach water to this thing. But let's go for, I think the classic. The classic would look the best right there. So one more time, organic resin and some stone. We've got tons of that. And then we're going to need to toss my water container in there as well. Let's do 2 of those just to start. And then we'll kind of see how that looks in that space there. I think, generally speaking, it'll look really good. But the homestead fireplace, man, I would love to add that in here somehow in this space. I just have a feeling like the only place where it has the most utility and makes the most sense is going to be right there, smack dab in the middle. So as soon as you walk into this space, you would walk in, boom, fireplace. We can move the mounts to either side, and I think that would probably make me very happy. So I'm thinking that's the strategy there. Okay, let's try that out. Let's take a look at what that will look like in this space here. So let's go ahead and deploy. I'm thinking 1 there, where we had the last pot, and 1 on the other side, like a mirror image, maintain that symmetry. And then how does this work? Do you just deploy? Press F to interact. Oh, okay. You just drop it in there. Oh, come on. Guys, that looks absolutely just incredible. How satisfying is that? Oh gosh, I love it. I love it. Totally worth the money for the homestead decoration pack. I mean, they really over-delivered, if I'm being honest. Okay, so the only downside is it does require clay brick. And I don't even know how to get clay on Olympus. I feel like I'd have to order that out of the Orbital Exchange system, which I could do. I don't mind doing that. But my gosh, just the sheer... Oh man, a honey pot? Stop. Guys, the cute levels are just absolutely melting my brain. Homestead cabinet. A lot of this is just behind a few things, and we have most of it too. I want to say we do. Head, arm, leg. Head, arm, leg. We would need more for the leg. That is no problem at all. And then while I'm out, I'll also grab that refined wood. Carpentry bench is up here. Okay. Let's take a look at how this will look. So, spoiled meat, we got that as well. Homestead scarecrow. Yeah, I'm curious to see how that looks. We can also do the homestead bird feeder. I wonder how small this is going to be, because I think that would be really adorable on something like a table or rustic nightstand. Either variations of those I think would be rad. Just a nice addition to the space. And we do need more gold for the wall candles. Let's go ahead. I would like to do that. We have 2. Let's see what these look like. How big is that? Okay, so it's not too big. I feel like that's a pretty functional thing to have in the space. So let's do 1 there, 1 here. And it's the same fuel types. Yep, just wax and the animal fat. Which, oddly enough, And conveniently enough, we have a ton of honeycomb. So I'm going to start that on the mortar and pestle that's right here on our table. Perfect. That's going to sit there and do its thing. Let's go back there. So yeah, I think adding a couple more of those, especially on that back wall, I think would look really good too. I'd have to pick where that would be, but I think that would look just adorable. Look at that, guys. Come on. That looks really good. It does bum me out sometimes that the creature bar is always visible at all times. I wish there was a way to toggle that on and off. I think the candles would also look good here on this wall as well. Just doing like a couple here, one there. It really helped the space to pop. So I'm going to do 2 for the front door for sure. And then let's start pulling some of this stuff out because we've got quite a few things going in here. And if it's possible, I think now that we've expanded the base as much as we have, we could probably pull this windmill down and put that over there at the kind of workshop garage area. So we still got the solar panel up. We're not too worried about power at the moment, but I think the homestead vein would look best right there. Oh yeah. Can I turn that at all? Is that a pygmy lop? I think that's a pygmy lop. I think turning it would be the way to go. Right there. Yeah. That looks great. Okay, so the bird feeder, I think that could probably attach to the wall. I haven't used it yet, so I don't know, but I'm hoping it does. Oh, it just goes right on the ground. Okay. Well, that's great. I love that for me. I think we have enough for only 1 of these. I think you need 5 per. Let's go back. Take a look here. Yeah, so it's 5 per. So we can only make the 1 for now. But I'm curious to see which variations there are. I feel like that would look really good hanging from the bottom here. I don't want that space to look too busy and too crowded, but I think it would just look kind of rad. Deploy. So you can do kind of a bigger chunk. Too high. What does that mean? Too high. Well, let's me do it up there, so that doesn't make any sense. Interesting. Can I do it in the windowsill? It doesn't look like you can. Interesting. So I can put it there for some reason, which it doesn't look terrible. I suppose I could probably get away with that, especially if I did like 2 of them. Okay, I dig it. Yeah, let's do 1 more of those. If we could do 1 more of those, I'd feel pretty happy about that. We can change the way it looks too. Okay, what else do we have? Homestead Scarecrow. Oh, come on. That looks so adorable. Can I put that here? Whoa. Okay, now that just looks creepy. Bro, why does that look so good? Oh my gosh. Oh, and it's functional. Oh, it's a functional piece. So it serves as like a creature deterrent. I didn't realize that. Okay. Well, yeah. That works. I mean, it's definitely scaring me. That's like, oh my gosh, look how good this looks. Oh my gosh. Dude, the level of detail that these devs have gone to. Let me just get the light on for you guys. Look at the level of detail there. And there's even a face. You can kind of see the face. That's hilarious. And it's a prospector outfit that says Icarus. Oh my gosh. Dude, the froth levels are so high right now. That is amazing. Wow. Dude, that's like a standing ovation, round of applause for the devs. That's absolutely incredible. I love that. That's hilarious. I would like to meet the person who made up all of these things and just shake their hand and just say, you know what? Yes. Good job. Good on you. Good job. I almost think it'd be nice to do like a couple of haystacks right here as well. Is there any variance to this? Small hay bale, large hay bale. There we go. I'm trying to think of a good way to stack this in the space so that it looks good. That looks good. That looks really good. The transformation, just the sheer transformation of this whole space is crazy to me. The progress I've made in just a few episodes, guys, is wild. Okay, so we've got these two pieces. Let's go ahead and plan where these will go. I think this looks really good. Kind of putting it up to that line there. And then I'll get some wax in there as well. Just split those. And then let's turn off that light and this light. So that's how it looks so far. I think once we get a few more of these wax molds going, we could probably split this as well. I'm just curious to see how the natural lighting from just the candles look, and if it's enough to kind of compete. And like, as long as it looks good enough, I think it'll be okay. It's definitely a low light, but look at the vibe. Dude, I'm screenshotting this. This is that right there. Just look at that. Oh man. Too good. It's just too good. It looks good. I'm happy with that. Get that light back on. I'll shut these off. It's getting pretty romantic in here. Better be careful. The little piggies might not be the only thing gestating after a while. It's too dang gorgeous in there. So we got Squealer and Ham. The name auto-populated. I can't even make this up. The name auto-populated as Ham. It's like it knew that I intended to use this guy on the butchery block. That is hilarious. Tons of food, tons of water. This guy is doing good. Ham is doing just fine, guys. Oh god, that is just that's too funny. It's like they knew. I love it. I absolutely love it. The froth levels are so high. Okay. Going back here, I think I want to do one or two more. I think the Homestead Dash Butter Churn would be awesome. Homestead Coffee Grinder? Stop. Oh, the cuckoo clock. We just need epoxy. I got it. Let me just clear queue real quick. We definitely got it. The cuckoo clock is a must. That is so wild to me. I haven't even seen that this whole time. It's just sitting there. The question is where do we put it? I kind of like the idea of like this wall right here. Put the cuckoo clock right there. Let's go ahead and start divvying up the wax. I think that's just enough. Oh yeah. Yep. For sure. And we might have enough even for something else. Homestead spinning wheel. I'm not familiar, but I'm pretty sure that's the process of like making like your twine or making cordage is a homestead spinning wheel. I think that would be a nice addition as well. But so far, I think the thing I want the most is probably a combo between the dash butter churn and the homestead coffee grinder. Both require iron. I'll have to farm that off camera for you guys. But gosh, that is looking so good. Let me see how this clock looks up here. Oh yeah. For sure. You know what? I think I lied. I want it on this wall. Guys, the froth levels are just through the roof. This is absolutely an incredible space. Let me get that light on for you guys. Look at how good that looks. I'm going to remove the flow meter. Don't worry about that. But this space just makes me happy. I don't know why or what it is. But like, dude, the Homestead pack was... They over-delivered on that. It's so funny because like you have things like the fabricator stop working on us. And like that's a novel thing for me in my 1,000 hours of playing the game. I've never had that happen. Like just no good explanation. None. But it looks so good. It looks so good. Oh, I'm going to grab that pronghorn. He's going up on the wall for sure. Is that a chamois? A little ShamWow? Both of those guys are making it onto the wall. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There he is. Okay. I got real nervous for a moment. Oh, there's a lifespan on the pig fertility serum. Well, that's good to know. I'm going to go ahead and administer one of those serums again. I did not know that, so that is valuable information to have. Yeah, the cabin core vibes are going to be through the roof, man. I mean, just the sheer progress we've already made. You, my friend, are coming home with me. I heard a wolf, but I do not see it. Maybe it was mine. It could have been mine. I'm gonna toss this rabbit to him. See if he goes for it. We were gone before he knew we were there. Okay. So, trophy bench is here. I'm pretty sure I had some refined wood nearby somewhere. We should definitely have enough for what we need. I'm going to go ahead and toss these guys somewhere in this space that has a lot of functionality and it just looks good. I think by now you guys know that like if it looks good, that's all I'm really interested in. I just want it to look cool and it needs to feel functional in the space. It's so tricky because I want to build everything, but I don't want to overcrowd this space at the same time because it isn't a large space, right? It's still got the cabin vibe, which I really like. So with that, I think all that remains is farming iron. Yeah, I'm going to farm iron. I'm also going to move everything into its proper home, and that's where it's going to stay. So I'll do 2 cabinets on this side, 2 cabinets on that side. I'll do the clay fireplace there. I'll find a home for the homestead sewing machine. I'll move the nightstand. Once that space is freed up, I'll get the bookshelf in there. Move the chair a little bit. I'll remove the flow meter. I'm thinking a couple of like functional furniture pieces in and around the bed. And then this space is just going to be absolutely incredible. Like, well worth the money for the homestead pack. I couldn't... The homestead pack, I'm not sponsored. I'm not paid. Like, none of this is like forced. It is purely just straight up observation. What an incredible space to have to put all of this stuff in, and it looks so good. The colors are great. It looks good. It's very functional. I'm thinking something like this in this space. I'm hoping that will look good. There's going to be a little bit of symmetry differences, but that's okay. And I think the rabbit can either go on the table, just in the back here, or maybe on the bookshelf even. I'm going to do something with it. For now, though, he can kind of chill on the chair. It's like having a little friend. It's like Wilson from Lost. Not Lost. Whatever that movie's called with Tom Hanks. You know the one. Okay. Now how do I get up there? That's going to be a real challenge. I'll figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you made it this far into today's episode, just know that I appreciate the hell out of you. It means a lot for you guys to come in tonight and check me out. For those of you who are still with me and following the series, just know that it means very much to me. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You're going to want to see the next episode, as we will be exploring Tier 5. And then we will be completely finishing the homestead base, where I will sleep, eat, and do all the things homesteading. Look at this space. It is just absolutely adorable. This is a dangerous space. It is too romantic. I'm getting word right now that it has been too romantic indeed. I'm going to have to dial it back somehow. I don't know how, or if that's even possible. I think the homestead pack just looks that good. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate the hell out of you. I hope you guys have a good day, afternoon, or night, wherever you may be in the world right now. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, you guys take care and have a good one.